Hi, hello. This is Doc, and I have a special message from my friend MJ, who's looking to do some. It's nice to have a little scratch when your little fur baby's on the mend. So I'm gonna give the floor to the NB who you envy, MJ. Go ahead and take it away.
Hello. I am currently raising money basically for my cat needs a surgery in about a week's time, and although the operation is mostly funded, but it's just her aftercare and medication and things. We just want to make sure that we've kind of got enough for that and stuff to make sure she's taken care of. But I've just got a tip jar on Kofi or coffee, however you want to pronounce it, which is at co-fee.com/wrestle trash. And also, I've got a shirt for sale on there with the Lucha Boo. My cat is called Boo, and it's got a little luchador wearing a luchador mask wearing cat on there, and it's very cute, and you should buy one. But yeah, any help is very much appreciated. Uh, but if not, that's also fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the reins here and say no. Make sure that this gets all paid for. Please donate as much as you can, as much as you want, but please donate. Do what you can. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me as well. I've had a lovely time.
Let's go. 'Cause I know in the stars tonight. So watch me breathe down, find set the night light. Hey. Shining through the city with the little fucking song. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa.
What's up? Hey, what's up? How are you doing? This is Dr. Lariat. This is the Dim Sum Don. This is Yum Cha Real Smooth now. This is the Chow main event. This is the Invisible Pandesal, Don Calamansi. This is Yo soy Leche Cero. This is your host, Doc. And joining me today is a panel of people as we're going to review a couple of shows that happened this weekend. We have here a hodgepodge of people who like different parts of wrestling, different kinds of wrestling. And I think that's pretty interesting. So let me go ahead and I'll start, doing a roll call. And I'm going to go in order based on who I see on my screen. So first up, from the BX All Day, from the Bronx, we have here, representing Barcelona, representing Sure You Can, representing, what it is. I have Hawking. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
just joining call just now. Like I just got through watching the state of play.
Oh, yo, that's fine, man. That's fine. Um, that's fine. You joined right at the right time. You know, I don't like editing, so this is gonna be good. We got also. He is a pro wrestling writer. You could find all of his stuff. You can find some of his stuff on voicesofwrestling.com. His screen name is Henley Halberd. I know him as Grant. Welcome to the show, Grant.
Thanks for having me again, Doc.
Yeah, that's great. I always like having you here. You're one of my favorites. You know, I'm
Thank
not
you.
playing.
Thank you.
I'm not playing favorites, but anybody that has a Camille avatar, and they have they're a new type. Gotta have my new types on here. Also coming from the land of Vancouver, we have OnlineCanGf. Welcome to the show. Hello. Thank you for coming on again. And also coming back to the stage, we got here my young boy, even though he's not that young. one of my favorites, the guy that I got into Dragon Gate, PontiffMJ.
What up? How's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. And another first time on the show. We got from the West Coast, Best Coast, West Side Till I Die. I know that sounds a little bit too aggressive and too urban for this person, but we have Angel.
Hi. First time on any podcast, actually.
And we're here to talk about pro wrestling. There was a bunch of shows that happened this weekend, and one of my buddies here, Hawking, he's one of the few that said he liked Wrestlepalooza, and I want him to tell me what he liked about Wrestlepalooza.
I think it was an okay show. I say at its very best, it was like a 2-match show.
And what were the 2 matches?
For me, those 2 matches were the world's women's title match.
That was pretty
in
good.
The mixed tag.
What did you think of AJ's windmill attack?
We don't talk about the windmill attack. That's what was important. Okay, she made a fine comeback after 10 years. We can excuse like the windmill. It's not like they were like Shane McMahon phantom punches. At least they hit.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's the difference, is that her windmills actually hit, where Shane McMahon would be like a foot from your face and you still had to sell it because it's the boss's line. So
yeah.
But yeah, I did really like Io versus Stephanie Vaquer. That was pretty good. I think like Io is pretty much the person from WWE that I see as their top wrestler in ring, bell to bell. She's like probably one of the most phenomenal wrestlers in the world. She just so happens to work in WWE, but let's not hold that against her as much as we can. And that was our Wrestlepalooza review. Thank you so much for participating, guys.
Yeah. That's pretty much all that needs to be said about that show, really. It's like, women's titles match was great. Mixed tag was fine. Fun train wreck of a match.
Yeah. We don't need to promote any accused sex traffickers on here. We don't need to do that. I know I sent some of you guys the link to watch Super Viernes. Did anybody get a chance to watch it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I regret to inform you, I have not yet seen it.
I watched it live.
Thank you so much, MJ, for that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I never would have seen that show without it.
Yeah.
It was a heat of the moment thing because I actually wasn't planning on streaming it. When someone asked me in the chat, "Are you streaming it?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. How else am I gonna watch it?" And then I realized, he meant, "Am I streaming it for everyone?" And I was like, "I guess I'm not doing anything else. I might as well." So that's how that happened.
Yeah.
It was a fun night riffing on some really cool wrestling. It was fun. It was a lot of fun to watch it with everyone.
Oh man, I think what I noticed about that chat was when when Zandokan showed up. I think a lot of people just kind of swooned over Zandokan, and then when Barbosa showed up, I think people got confused at why Zandokan showed up twice.
How did he look? Is his leg better?
What's that?
How did Sandokan look on that
He's
show?
getting knee
Was his
surgery.
leg better? Oh. No.
Yeah, so I think he was just working that match, and I just saw that he's getting surgery. I don't know how long he's gonna be out. I don't know how severe it is. So hopefully it's like not an ACL, but I'm not sure.
That's unfortunate. He's one of my
Yeah.
favorite wrestlers in the world to watch.
The match itself was pretty fun though. So
Yeah, I didn't notice anything wrong. That was my first time watching like a full CMLL show. I'd watched Grand Slam Mexico, but that is not obviously a CMLL show. That was AEW in collaboration with. And wow, Lucha Libre is crazy. I loved it.
Oh man, I'm glad you had a good time because CMLL has been my favorite promotion since 2023. Honestly, like it's very consistent. The shows are very breezy to watch.
Yeah, I kept seeing clips and they were crazy, and then I get into the stream that MJ was doing late, and it's the tag team match, and they have both of their opponents in, like, dual, like, pendulum, like, whatever the hell that submission
Rocking
move is.
horse.
And I'm
The
going,
rocking
oh,
horse.
yeah, the rocking horse. And I was like, wow, we're just doing that. Cool, awesome, this is gonna be a crazy night. And they broke out a band, and I was like, hell yeah.
oh yeah, the
that-
band was cool as hell. That
band
game,
was awesome.
I like that celebration of like of the Mexican history culture because it was actually took place during the weekend for Mexican Independence Day. That's why they were having so much patriotism within the show.
Yeah, there was so much pride. It's crazy for there to be a country that it feels okay to have pride for. Because
Yeah.
obviously we're not doing that in America.
Hey, yeah, I just thought it was fun.
Right?
Yeah. Man, it kind of sucks for me that MJF didn't put his hair up because like, I mean, you put the title against the mask, that's not equivalent at all because like
Yeah, no.
the whole lore is like you're putting up your hair because it's kind of like you're putting up your scalp in a sort of way, and like that's kind of like ancient combat. You're gonna like it's like a fight to the death. So the death is like the Mexican wrestler loses their mask, so they have to reveal their. So like at the end of the show, there's a guy who lost his mask, El Valiente, right? Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So the whole thing at the end of the show is when you lose your mask, they reveal your true name, they reveal your birthplace and where you're from, and then you're no longer that identity. You're no longer identified as that gimmick, as like because like people who wear the mask, they literally have secret identities. So like, say like Beast Mortos, Bandito, Mystico, they all have. Well, I think Mystico had his real name revealed when he went to WWE, but like.
Yeah, Mystico has his real name out there.
Yeah, when he got suspended for the wellness violation.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. But like, it's just usually you have your full name revealed and all that stuff, because you're like kind of losing that identity, losing that mask, and when you're putting up your hair, because I know like there was that one hair versus hair match where both guys got disqualified by kicking each other in the nuts, which was tremendous. I love that.
Yeah, that was like if you die, I die. I'm taking you down with me.
And then they both cut their hair, but like it was just kind of like a whatever haircut, because there was no like real stakes because these guys already had lost their mask. These guys had already lost their hair multiple times, so it's just like, But it's fun to see. So
It's just old dudes doing old dude shit,
Well, they were doing some crazy stuff in that match because Felino was like doing splashes to the outside, and like.
Yeah, they did not wrestle like they were old men.
Yeah, that's the cool part. But I do want to say like not the main event, because I think it was like the third match from the top was like MJF versus Mystico, aka Sin Cara, aka Mr. C's, aka Caristico. And I thought that match was pretty good for what it was. I mean, it wasn't. it was really well done in the lucha style. That's what I can say. And
Yeah,
there's,
yeah.
there's something
I
about
for one am stunned. The biggest troll in the country and one of the biggest trolls in the world did not lose his mask. Shocking.
I think Mystico just is the biggest draw in the world. I don't even think there's any competition at this point in terms
Yeah,
of like
he-
a single individual.
They said like if you do the math, he sold about 503,000 tickets in over like 3 years, just 3 years, with him being back on top. You know how insane that is? Like I think he's almost
But
at 84 weeks, so he's gonna surpass Monday Nitro. Get a
Crazy.
podcast with get a podcast with Conrad. Make sure you have your mortgage loans intact. I am not on the Conrad network, so I can make these jokes. So I thought it was very well done. I think Mystico is on track to being like, for me, because I'm biased, he's my wrestler of the year because he has the money, he has the draw, he has the wrestling, he has that store that he made right next to Arena Mexico where he sells he sells his mask, everybody's mask, and you know what the number one mask he sells is? It's still the Sin Cara mask because I guess all the tourists know him as Sin Cara. It's literally one of the most popular masks there are still.
That kind of hurts to hear.
that's a little
Yeah, it's a little sad.
I mean, it's a little sad, but it makes sense.
I mean, he's profiting, so whatever. But
Yeah. I think he was still eating off of that mask when he got released because it was under his trademark, so they had to pay him to make those replicas. So I think good for him.
So that's how he's able to still use it.
Yeah, because he actually owned
Because I thought some. No, because I thought WWE owned that trademark.
They own the
that
name.
identity.
Yeah, they own the name, but he owns the design of the mask. That's why you see some wrestlers, even when they change their names, they get to keep their mask. But Beast Mortals, he had to change his name, and he had to change his mask because Triple A actually owned that mask. So he decided to get his own design for his own mask. So in Lucha, the thing that you want to own is you sure the name is cool to own, right? But you want to own, if you're a masked wrestler, you want to own the design of their mask. And so the guy that plays Hologram, he used to wrestle as Aramis, and it was a different mask. But Triple A owns that mask design. So when you see wrestlers jump from promotion to promotions, and they have different mask identities, different names, the mask goes with it because they don't own the design of the mask. That's why La Parka and WCW became LA Park. I just love teaching people about Lucha Libre. It's fun.
it's so fun.
It's always been so confusing to me because you had LA Park and then you had the other guy as La Parka, and it's damn, why did the names have to be so goddamn close?
Because he wanted to sell the mask still. And what's funny?
And even the attire is fucking close. It's god damn, y'all both skeletons.
Yeah. And then the OG one has the skeleton with the eyeballs and the shoulders. What's funny though? The current Triple A La Parka, right? So the gimmick is that what's going on is the guy who is La Parka. It's not a new guy. It's the spirit and kind of poltergeist in the guy. So it's not a new La Parka. It's the same La Parka but in a new body. I guess kind of that's what the character is because La Parka go. I mean, I forgot what La Parka translates to. Do you happen to know, Hakeem, what La Parka translates to? Or am I just a...
No, I don't know what it translates to.
Yeah, I forgot, but I think it's something with a ghost or something, but it's kind of the ghost infests another character. But yeah, that's I guess when I think about Lucha Libre and the funness of the show, they definitely made this show to appeal to, not to really appeal to a broad audience, but it was a celebration of Mexico, which I thought was really cool. I was because their whole thing is They had like the really old man because like one of the owners like 100 years old. I think you guys saw him. He looked like a walking.
Yeah, they brought him
raisin.
out.
Yeah. They basically they were saying like, this is like real lucha libre. We are made in Mexico. We are for Mexico, and like fuck the rest. Literally, he said fuck the rest. And I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. It's a nice little celebration of culture, and it lets you kind of know like where they stand as far as like, because you know AAA, it's capitalism. They sold out, so like now they're. What did Rey Mysterio say? They got the seal of Lucha Libre approval because of being part of WWE now. I don't know. Rey Mysterio is one of my heroes, so hearing him talk like that is kind of like brazy. But you know, it is what it is.
Oh, like
Money talks.
well, Rey Mysterio's roots has always been in AAA, so
Yeah. Yeah, he came from AAA. He was actually. I'll tell this story here. So, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly first because I don't want anybody to come for my family. But say allegedly, my uncle like kind of like first went to Tijuana before he came to America. So like my uncle was like a big like wrestling fan, right? So you know Tijuana, they have like, if you guys ever been, they have like little shows like on like their like little boardwalk or like in the city, right? So my uncle like watched the show, and apparently one of the guys on the show was called like the mosquito. Oh, I meant not mosquito, the colibri, like a hummingbird. And like he said like one of those kids like he looked at it like it had to be a 12-year-old kid. And then when he saw WCW, he said, "Oh, that's the same kid that I saw like 7 years ago wrestle like in a bar in Tijuana." So that's like where my link to Rey Mysterio goes. Uh, it's pretty interesting because Rey Mysterio, you know, his links are in AAA. And like it's funny because he's the only AAA wrestler to work New Japan and have zero problems.
Dang.
Like, if you think about that, because CMLL, I think I told this to you, Hawk, right? Like CMLL and AAA are kind of like Bloods and the Crips, kind of like, you know, Norteños and Sureños, where they're gonna they're gonna have beef with each other.
Yeah,
So it's
we
just-
were explaining that to Will, like when we talked to him, like you can like they had like the gang mentality when it comes to their rivalry.
Yeah, and I know like Pontiff, like I know I love Flamita also, but I think it's better for him to just stay in Japan than come back to anywhere that he could be close to Octagon, because
I know.
yeah, oh yeah, that's because like that story is so legendary. It's a cool part of Lucha Libre, but also like a really fucked up part where guys have it's a life and death situation over like mask, and that's pretty crazy to me. But you know, yeah, it is what it is. I thought that Super Various 92 years, it's the oldest pro wrestling company ever.
Yeah. It said it was like 92 years
Yeah, 92
or
years.
something like that.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy for a wrestling company.
yeah, that'd be weird. Like in like I think like WWE has like they probably have like 30 more years to go if they get there.
Yeah, I think they're like 60 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So just
yeah,
think
pretty
of
much.
that.
I think. Yeah,
So-
even if you count WWE's history as was I think Capital Wrestling, I believe. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't even matches up to 92.
Yeah, so 92 years of pro wrestling history in Mexico, in that same like area with Arena Mexico, that's crazy.
Yeah, founded at most 72 years ago. It's Capital Wrestling.
Yeah, that's so the history of Lucha Libre is tied to the history of Mexico as a country, and that's like why we see like in like, you know, Angel, you've gone around like San Diego and LA, right? You gone to like
Yeah,
the
I
beach
went
areas?
to San Diego, yeah, around July, and it was like, we went to Old Town San Diego, and it was palpably like culturally Mexican. Even
Yeah.
there were Lucha Libre masks. There were luchador
Yeah.
masks being sold there. I had fun pointing them out to my parents, being like, "Oh, and that one's Rey Mysterio, and that one's Mysterio again." And Holy shit, El Generico's here. What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because like you can go to like a touristy place in San Diego or in LA or even Orange County, like you could see like the Lucha Libre masks like for sale, and it's fun because people see like those masks and they instantly think pro wrestling, even though like
Yeah.
if they don't watch pro wrestling, like, oh, that mask, that's like wrestling, right? And like, yeah, and I think the part of Lucha Libre that like kind of like connects with everybody is I think most people like Spider-Man, and like also, you know, Spider-Man is kind of like the first comic luchador if you think about it, because he wore a mask and he didn't stop the guy that killed Uncle Ben because, you know, he's a bum. I hate Spider-Man. What a loser. He let his uncle die because he said, nope, not my fault, not me, I'm a wrestler. But anyway,
Don't worry, it's a work.
uh,
I mean, yo, that promoter might have been short charging Peter, man. You never know.
hey, you know
I
what?
thought you only gave him
Yeah, you know what? It was like the New York area, right? So like,
Yeah.
he could have been working for Paul Heyman, and we all know Paul Heyman bounces all those checks. So
Yeah. Yeah, you probably like, I was only going to pay you a hot dog to job to the Macho Man. And then he sees him getting robbed of all that money.
yo, yeah, you know, that's fucked up. You know, it's Paul Heyman's fault that Uncle Ben died. Should have paid off the wrestlers.
Send it to the press.
And yeah, so I guess that was my Lucha Libre thing. I just think it was fun to talk about that. I know I sent the link to some of you guys, so I hope you enjoyed the show because I really enjoyed it myself. And it's
Like the most I managed to get blocked was the MJF entrance when he's Homelander.
Oh, hey,
Did it before Cody could.
Nuclear.
yeah, you know that's
John
funny.
Cruz
that-
also really good as just absolute stooge.
I love the stovepipe hat he wore, because he was I guessing he was trying to be Abe Lincoln.
He was definitely doing an Abraham Lincoln thing. And it gets dove onto by I think MJF and Mystico, or Mystico holds on and Mystico throws MJF into John Cruz, and then MJF's first action after selling is to grab the hat and put it back on John Cruz's head. That was good.
Yeah,
That's
reminded it reminded me of like Paul Bearer and the Urn. Maybe that was what's powering MJF the whole match. You know.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, because I know, like, a couple of people here had just started watching wrestling, so they do not get that reference. But, like, in pro wrestling, sometimes items have magical properties.
Yeah, sometimes the most stupid shit is just this guy's soul is in the urn, and that's how he's magic, and that's how he never dies.
Oh, God.
You got all your mist lore, the different colors of the mist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the black mist is kind of like close to death. That's why the guy gets blinded. Green mist is like the lowest. It's like the lowest thing.
Yeah, it's
the
just
red-
kind of annoying, right?
Yeah,
Gets
it's
in
just
your
kind
eyes.
of like
Yeah.
it just gets in your eyes. Red mist is sort of like you're poisoned, and like you're blind. And then a blue mist, I don't know. I forgot what blue mist does, but they use blue. I think Asuka used blue mist on Monday, and I guess it turns you into Smurfette. So
Yeah,
that's
that sounds right.
I thought she was supposed. I thought she used Black Mist on Rhea.
I don't know. It looked like bluish, blackish.
Rhea came out remarkably bluish green.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, she did come. She did look blue. Yeah,
Yeah, but
because I know like Black Mist, like that kind of just turns people heel after a while.
yeah, you turn evil. Like we saw that with the lovely Julia Hart, and Sky Blue. They both turned evil because of the black goo.
Yeah,
There
Yeah, that
so
was
much-
awesome.
yeah. So Black Mist also was why Cody left AEW.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely what happened.
Oh man. Adrenaline in my soul. I got blast mist in my booty hole. Anyway,
I know
I
that
do-
got blasted by Black Mist. Now it's time to go.
Oh my gosh. I just thought it was funny for him to be coming out as as a Homelander, considering all the, and like comic books are big also in Mexico, so like the people there got it because Amazon Prime exists worldwide, so I'm sure the people got it over there.
Well, at least unlike Cody, who was supposed to be the villain.
Yeah, that was great seeing him lose. And I think like most of you had seen, of course, the other big show this weekend, which was AEW All Out 2025, and it was something. Some things were good, some things were bad. I thought it was probably their best show this year. Yeah, I went to Revolution, which is probably one of the best shows I went to live. But
I did too. That was incredible.
Oh, you were there too? Okay, it
Yep.
was me, you, Nejma, CSW. I'm doxing
It was
all
on
these
my
people.
birthday. I had to go.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you.
It's well, I mean that was a long time ago. That'd be happy belated birthday. Yeah. Yeah, I think that probably was one of the best shows I went to live, and I think there was one thing missing from AEW All Out. It was missing Big Boom AJ, and I could feel
yeah.
Were they
I
still
could-
relevant?
it.
All the best shows have Big Boom AJ on them.
Think about
I'm
it.
not a TikTok guy, so I wouldn't know.
Think about it. Revolution, All In had Big Boom on the pre-show. They did like
What
how
was
many
it?
buys?
Full Gear as well.
Full Gear.
Full Gear
Oh.
2024.
Yeah, this guy is probably should win like is up for the Flair Fez this year in my opinion. Best Flair of the year. Yeah, I guess we could start. What did you guys think about Edge and Christian? I still say Edge because it's hard to say Adam Copeland because it's too long. So I'll say
Well,
Edge.
no, he's just Cope now. No, he's just Cope.
I thought
Can
they
I
walked that
start?
back.
Because I fucking
Oh.
hated that match.
I
Oh,
have
wait.
notes.
Wait. He's
I
actually
took
being
so many
Adam
notes
Copeland?
on this match.
I have.
He went from Cope.
I'll not go too in depth then
It-
because I'll leave some skin on the bone for you guys to
Yeah.
to go back after.
He
But
tried to
yeah,
he tried to do the thing where he said call me Cope, but nobody did. Everybody just called him Copeland.
no,
So he just kind of gave up on being
Oh.
called Cope.
And
Yeah.
then people started calling
It
you
was
Cope
awful.
after that.
It was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like some Vince level type shit.
it was one of the most inauthentic WWE structured, completely narcissistic in a way from Edge in particular. Oh, look, I can wrestle, and also look how strong I am. I kicked out of two shatter machines and then speared you for the finish.
To be honest
In
with you,
some 25-minute wank fest. It was.
God, that
and it
shit
was
was
just bad.
25
It was
minutes?
bad.
I don't.
you
To
know?
be honest with you, that's just like typical AEW pay-per-view bullshit. It's like everybody is fucking Super Cena when they're on pay-per-view, and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Hey,
sometimes.
this is-
speaking of Cena, there was a Cena tribute spot
Oh,
that
yeah.
got unironic tops, and I shrieked. Do you remember when people used to boo WWE stuff in this company?
Yeah, because
It's been a
the
long
people.
time.
It's been a long
It's supposed to
time.
go.
To be honest with you, I don't think AEW fans actually really hate WWE stuff. It's just that
I
WWE
think the
has done
fan
it.
base
it's
has changed.
Yeah,
I
the
just
fan
think
base.
that they've just, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the fan base is kind of like most people who like wrestling watch both. Let's be honest, because sometimes I watch both. Sometimes, and I know Hawking watches both, but like it's not like it's like so when the fans are cheering for Cena, the old AEW fan base who were made up of people who were kind of sick of WWE, who were kind of lapsed fans for WCW, they would have booed that shit, right? But here we have people chanting for Cena, but like I'm also thinking like, you know what? If Cena had his final bye-bye in AEW, he probably would get the respect and the work with the guys that would make him look good, as opposed to like this bullshit of him being blamed for the heel turn not working, and then him being blamed for being Brock Lesnar back. I feel like if he had that Sting bye-bye run, people would have a higher opinion of him, and he would probably do it in the Peacemaker outfit the whole time, with the helmet on.
I don't think he would ever come to AEW though. That's kind of like that man is retiring in the WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to
deserves
wrestle
anything
anymore.
good anyway, because he's a Vince McMahon defending piece of shit. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
I digress.
I mean, yeah.
Also, Pontiff, you mentioned Cope kicked out of 2 finishers. Not only that, I believe they also gave him a bell shot, and he kicked out of
Oh
that
yeah,
also.
yeah.
You know what the problem is with old wrestlers? When they get really old, all of a sudden they become invincible. It's weird.
Well,
It's
because
the
Also-
power of their own legacy, I guess.
yeah, like
which
nostalgia
doesn't-
makes them
Which
Hogan.
is whatever.
Christian hit literally the weakest looking spear I have ever seen in my life in this match.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
Christian
is.
looked
It's not
so...
great.
He looked so uninspired in the match, like he didn't want to be there. It was... Which is
Yeah.
weird, because usually when he wrestles, like he's the one that kind of brings out the next level in people. Like
Christian had a very good AEW run for a while, and I think he slowed down towards the end of 2023, and since then he's not been as good, but he's still generally been pretty
Yeah.
good. It's not been he's never been actively bad the way this stuff is.
yeah,
But
because he
just working
tried.
with Cope is just so bad for him.
Yeah, he tried in the actual in the triple threat tag match at All In, right? He was bumping his ass off in this match, and he looked like he wanted
he
to
tried.
be there. But here he was
I feel
just
like
like,
he's phoning it in for this one.
yeah, I think he phoned it in because I think he was the one that made the call that he didn't really want to work the Edge programs until this happened. So
Yeah.
Remember, like he pretty much delayed the Edge program so he can finish the implosion of his own stable.
Yeah, the Nick Wayne
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna focus on getting Nick Wayne over, and I can just delay this Edge stuff until later.
yeah, I think that's pretty
And then
cool
Nick
'cause-
Wayne gets hurt.
Yeah, as it is. I think that's pretty cool that he actually kind of does work with guys he sees as the future of pro wrestling, because he's done that for he did that for Hangman, he did that for Nick Wayne, he did that for Darby, he did that for Jungle Boy.
Jack
Christian's done a lot
Perry for whatever happened there.
Dude, I don't know. It's he should have never done that for Jungle Boy. That guy's a freaking charisma vacuum.
Yeah, it's so. The thing about Jungle Boy is he came in, right? He kind of did a couple flips. He did that heel turn, and then he tried to wrestle Raven, and then he lost. He had that really shitty match in the Tokyo Dome this year, and then he disappeared, and then he comes back as a face. That didn't make sense to me. I still don't get how he got.
I think the face turn I think is all because pretty much he got dumped by the Young Bucks.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
reasonable.
Anybody who goes against the Young Bucks is good.
Oh man, see,
Yeah,
I
and
can't be
Huh?
I can't be against the Young Bucks as a fellow Rancho Cucamongan. So
Yeah, as a fellow SoCal guy, I am in the Bucks' corner, but also it's
Yeah.
really, really funny to just take the absolute piss out of them.
it really is. It really is. Seeing Nick lose at the slots, I felt
Oh
attacked.
god, it brings me so much joy.
It felt so attacked because when I went to the slots and I lost. But we're not going to talk about that. But yeah,
Undisclosed amount of money.
yeah. So yeah, vibes on that first opening match was, yeah. Now I go on to talk about the trios match, the Light Syndicate versus the Hurt Syndicate. I could say. that
Oh, we
because
forgot about Big Bill versus Eddie Kingston.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wrote that in. I wrote down notes in card order.
The only thing I
that
remember
makes me
about
sad.
the only thing I remember about that match is Eddie missed his finisher and he still got the pin.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Okay.
disappointing.
that was
I
he
would
was
like
already.
to defend that match.
Actually, to an extent, I will too. I thought it was it wasn't good, but it was totally decent. But then the missed finish was bad.
Man,
Yeah,
that
I honestly had no issues with that match until the finish. It was just, like Eddie's
I don't
throwing
think it
some
was like a
shots
good match,
already.
but it was a totally mediocre, like inoffensive at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem is like Big Bill's just not very good especially as a singles wrestler, and just I think Eddie coming off that long of a layoff at his age, you would ideally want to put him in a situation to succeed, whether that be a tag or working with someone who's a really high level worker who can work a match type that's going to make the most logical sense for him. And I just don't think they did that.
Yeah. Did you guys see the 2 black hole slams where Eddie dragged ass on it? Like, like he was like dead waiting on it. I don't think he was trying to.
Yeah, like Eddie shouldn't be bumping around. Like you shouldn't be structuring a match like that, especially for his first match back at the very least. Like ideally, you just want like a brawl where he can beat some ass for 10 minutes. Ideally, that's what they should have done.
Brian Keith was right there.
Yeah,
right there.
Brian Keith would have been perfect for that type of role, and he could have taken the loss. I think just Big Bill was a bad choice, and I think this style of match they chose to work was a poor match.
I felt like, I didn't see any kind of like creative through line throughout the match. It was just, wow, these guys are kind of just hitting each other back and forth instead of there being like an actual sort of substance or through line, and I'm giving it more grace than Cope and Christian versus FTR because I like seeing Eddie Kingston more than I like seeing Adam Copeland.
Well, Eddie's been good at points. Eddie's been a great wrestler at points in his career, while Copeland never has. That's the important thing.
I just think it's weird that they... I think it's weird that they built this match without having Eddie do any promos when that's like his biggest strength.
Yeah, he's the
last minute thing.
He's awesome.
It's the last minute thing. And it's just like, when Eddie comes back, is like, you want to see him go up against like the Death Riders. Like, why didn't you just put like Claudio in this match or something like that?
Who also would have been much more like suited to help carry him.
Well, at least there's history with him and Claudio that they don't need to do a build. They can just do the history and everybody will know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they can be lazy with it. You know, like he's hated Claudio for years.
Yeah.
And also
came out in this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You can even play on the fact that like, hey, everyone wants Eddie to deal with the Death Riders too.
Yeah, so it's kind of like pretty much if you want to let's say like the best way for a return to happen if you're not going to have a build is just pair him up with somebody he has a lot of history with, because like the history will just carry the build.
Yeah, I just think it's funny to have two guys fight from New York about who's the toughest New Yorker in Toronto. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Where they're fighting for the king of New York in Toronto.
Toronto loves that.
My pitch for Eddie, he has had trouble hitting that back fist clean in the past. So, and he already does floater. You know how Jun Akiyama's like super finisher was he would do the wrist clutch exploder?
Yeah, the wrist clutch exploder.
Yeah, just be like, hey, my friend and inspiration Jun Akiyama gifted me the wrist clutch exploder. Just do that.
Or make the Northern Lights bomb his finish or something.
I mean, could he hit that on Big Bill though?
Well, that's why they shouldn't have had to wrestle Big Bill.
He hit an exploder, but like I'm just like, I don't think Big Bill was the right choice based on like the match structure. Based on also, Big Bill was sort of like having a little bit of a face turn before this little program. Like I think they were like turning on Jericho, not like turning on Jericho. Pause. But like they were like already, they were like walking away from Jericho. So like it's kind of weird that they went into like this kind of direction. But I guess like, but Eddie Return was nothing because it was all just a setup for a hook pop that didn't happen.
Every time the surprise is Hook, I'm like, there could have been much better surprises,
and
it's Hook.
I keep ranting, but Hook is so bad it offends me. He's fucking terrible. He is one of the worst wrestlers in any mid-sized or larger promotion.
Dude.
He has made no improvement since he started wrestling. He has no charisma. He has no athletic talent. He has no potential to improve from an in-ring perspective, whether it be from an emotional connection standpoint or just like a kinetic wrestling standpoint. If were his dad not Taz, he would not be in a major company, and he would not have gotten as many chances as he's gotten. And the fact that they keep trying with him is insulting to the many talented wrestlers on the roster who will probably never dream of getting opportunities like that.
Yeah.
It is fucking... And also, it's a drag on Eddie, whom I love, and I don't want to be seen burdened with this shitty young boy.
I got a question.
I disagree with your take on Hook. For me, like, I think there's a lot of potential in Hook. He can be good. But the biggest issue that Hook has is that he's in AEW. Personally, I think he's a perfect guy for the Performance Center.
Absolutely, I agree with you so much.
He needs.
I agree with you.
He needs the Performance Center. The thing about with AEW, like, AEW is great when you're already great.
That's
when
true,
you're still pretty much in that state where you're trying to learn shit, AEW is terrible for you. Like, I don't think Hook is learning a damn thing doing his entire time in AEW, and that's why he's so stale.
If he can't learn from working with some of the greatest wrestlers of all time, I think that's a him problem at that point.
I also think he doesn't.
I don't think like
he doesn't take any independent dates, which is the difference between him, Private
that's
Party,
the other thing. He doesn't
Top
put in
Flight.
any work.
He doesn't put in the
shit.
work. So, like, if he was in NXT, he would be forced to put in the work in, like, in the gym and, like, learn some shit. Because, like, I gotta ask you guys, would you rather have Lexus King or Hook?
Hook.
Oh,
like, I'll
they're
pretty much
definitely Lexus King. Like, cause pretty much,
He's
like,
annoying,
Brian
and he can
Pillman
bump.
Jr., he's improved a lot since going to NXT.
Yeah. At least he can bump. At least he can lose, because Hook never loses. I think that's the problem with Hook.
See, the thing is, like, Brian Pillman went from a generic jobber to a really fun jobber in NXT.
Yeah, at least he's a jobber. That's the thing. He's a jobber.
Yeah, you know?
Hook is being pushed like as someone that they think that they could make the future of AEW, which I don't think anybody really sees in him. Honestly, that's why he kind of like they over push him in a way, and they protect him in a way where all his deficiencies get exposed, which honestly is.
He really has that potential, but he needs to go to NXT.
I agree with you. He should go to NXT. Bring his dad with him too, please. Send Hook. Send Hook to the Performance Center.
Look at him versus Kyle Fletcher, who aren't they about the same age?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kyle's 26. Hook is...
Yeah, he's in his 20s.
Hook's also 26. Damn.
Yeah. The thing is
and
also
Fletcher is a top 5 wrestler in the world.
You know, it's kind of crazy how
people who are like 5 years younger than Hook, actually 6 years younger than Hook, who can smoke him. Like, it's embarrassing.
The Guns are actually older than
like the Guns. Yeah, well, but they're better than him.
Yeah, they're way better because they're also really good bump machines. I love me the Ass Boys. Yeah.
I don't really even think the Guns are that good. I think they're like mediocre, but they're far better than Hook.
Yeah.
I think they really found themselves when they became a part of like Jay White's group.
Yeah,
it's fascinating seeing Hook with Kingston when he, to me, is the most phony, least authentic person in wrestling. While meanwhile, Kingston, I believe every word out of that guy's mouth.
Yeah, Hook is a rich boy that's dating a trust fund kid on a reality show, and he's on that reality show. I want you guys to know, like, Hook is on a reality show where he's dating. He's dating Dame Dash's daughter, and like the whole show is based on a bunch of trust fund kids.
Wow, maybe everything I learned about Hook is against my will.
Yeah, I want you guys to know that because that reality show it also made her the bad guy, and she just so happens to be the only black girl on the show. So, open your third eye.
Dude, like,
That's what I
nah,
meant,
man. It's like Dame Dash, bro. Like, I would avoid ever being around that guy. He's such a fucking bullshitter and
Oh, man.
and a pathological liar.
What kind of discussions do you think Taz and Dame Dash have?
I got some thoughts on Taz's commentary when we get to the main event.
Wait, what did I miss? That I just like got in. I got it during the hook standard.
Well, we're talking about
We're about
All
to get-
Out, and we were just
Yeah.
we were speaking about the Eddie Kingston and Big Bill match.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, whenever I see Big Bill, you guys ever watch Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Yep.
I want to chant Bill, 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 Bill. You're supposed to be cheering this guy. I want him to like say the soft thing. I want him to say it because that was mostly his thing. I know Enzo said it, but like that was his. I wish he would have called. Once he calls somebody soft, that's like gonna set him off to like a whole stratosphere of faceness. Because I see Big Bill as this generation's Psycho Sid, if they would ever push him that way. Hey.
Nah, he doesn't have like that weird charisma about him to be a Psycho Sid.
Yeah,
See,
he
the
needs
thing
that
is,
Jerry. He needs that Jerry curl, you know.
Yeah, pretty much because Psycho Sid was never a good worker, but like he has had this weird charisma about him that you just fucking can't help but love him for.
Hey, choke slams and power bombs and big boots. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Speaking of big men, we have here the Light Syndicate. Oh, sorry, the Demand. Versus the Hurt Syndicate. Say what you will about the Hurt Syndicate, about them not wanting to put over people. I know they put out this in the news where they said we want to lose to the Gates of Agony and Ricochet, and they lost to the Gates of Agony and Ricochet, and they did really well in making.
Well, MVP lost.
Yeah, MVP
it was
lost.
MVP.
MVP lost,
Whatever.
but they made Toa look like a beast. They made Toa and Khan look like really. They make them look like effective monsters, especially Toa. Like that guy, I expect Toa to uwa somebody someday. But
Yeah, it was really well choreographed. I had a lot of fun.
wow.
I had more fun than I thought I would watching specifically the Hurt Syndicate throw around Ricochet because he's kept screaming like a fucking Looney Tunes character, and that was good. I like it when heels can make fun of themselves and make fools out of themselves, which is probably why I like Ricochet and the Gates of Agony more than I do the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, he was doing his DJ Jazzy Jeff, you know.
I guess I can understand why the Hurt Syndicate will want to lose to the Gates of Agony. Because they're probably like the only guys like that kind of like that can physically match up to them. Because I can imagine like Lashley just like be going to Tony Khan like we want you to lose to the Bucks, and he just looks at him like no.
Definitely.
I don't want realistic stuff in my wrestling. I want David versus Goliath shit. Show me who's the smallest guy on the roster. I want to see him try to like
John Cruz. That's John Cruz.
see John Cruz hurricane Bobby Lashley for fun.
It's like to a certain extent I can agree, but there's just some points where I won't be able to buy into it. It's like if the Bucks ever went up against the Hurt Syndicate, I would want them squashed.
Actually, no,
man,
that would be funny.
I think whenever the greatest tag team of all time faces off against like a career shitter and a career mid-carder, they should definitely lose. I think that's really good.
It would be a really good match anyways because it's the Bucks. So
yeah, and the Bucks are willing to make total fools of themselves.
Yeah, especially right now.
No, that part would be fun. They'd get their asses beat.
I don't know.
It would
Hey
be very
man, Lashley is not a shitter, man. His TNA run was amazing.
Yeah. So, what the heck is the next one?
I don't know if I'd go that far personally.
I know.
MVP was in this match like an interminably long time.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
well,
he has like a trios match.
Trying to
That's a
watch
shit
him
one.
grapple was an unpleasant experience.
you know they say he's
It
a.
was not great.
He
said he
when,
was-
like right before they won the titles. Like he was in there for like a really long time.
Yeah.
He was in the ring, like he was the legal man for like 70% of this match, I swear.
Oh yeah, yeah, he
One
was.
thing I will say is Ricochet feels like he's lost some momentum after he beat Mark Briscoe in that ambulance match or stretcher match, whatever it was. I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna give this guy a title shot this summer, and he just kind of feels like a mid-card guy right now, which is a
Yeah,
little disappointing.
yeah, yeah. He should. Hopefully, he's on to bigger and better things. I mean, he should be. Honestly, they got the first clean win over the Hurt Syndicate in AEW. So like, I hope they are going to be doing something because those three are like three guys who I would push if I had them on my roster. Because like, you just take a look at Ricochet and what he can do. Yeah, I know like Hawking thinks
Ricochet rules.
he's a bum on the mic, but I like him on the mic. But he's someone, even though he wears an Akatsuki cape, uh, probably I bet he wears that in public
Oh,
too.
they're supposed to be the three admirals from One Piece, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that sounds more right.
No,
Yeah,
I think
that-
the Ricochet's gender is different.
He's got the Seigi Justice kanji on like one of his knee pads or something, like the Marines from One Piece.
Yeah, but like I did see him wear the Akatsuki style, cape thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. I've
in
seen
previous,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, now we're talking Naruto, which that's the crossover I love to talk about because Grant knows I love anime, so yeah, I love anime. Also, Hawking knows I love anime. But yeah, that was that match. Next we have, of course, Mercedes, Gail Kim's favorite match.
Oh,
I think
we missed the
MJF versus Mark Briscoe.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay. Mark
Well,
Briscoe beat
How you
MJF.
missed that? How you missed that match, man? Like pretty much,
I hate
MJF, like thing was it right after his wedding, he went to a collision the day after his wedding because he hates Mark Briscoe that much.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
wedding
it
was in New
was
Jersey.
fine.
His was in Long Island. He lives in Philadelphia. Not that far of a drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all right.
Yeah,
He spent a lot of time
I'm
with
just saying,
blood on
like-
his crotch. That was pretty funny to me.
I'm just saying,
That
like,
was
if I get
insane.
married, I'm definitely not going to work the next day.
Yeah.
That's how much he loves this great sport. I
He
was
loves
hoping for
wrestling.
a cooler. Yeah,
He hates
I
Mark
was-
Briscoe.
he hates Mark Briscoe. I was hoping for a cooler stipulation than thumbtacks and tables, but what they did
Yeah.
with the thumbtacks and tables was fun enough that I wasn't actually that mad when the match actually happened.
I
like we
thought
could
No,
have
they
had-
made the thumbtacks feel
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah, I like the part where Mark Briscoe spread them all around the ring.
This match.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was
See,
fun.
what I thought was brilliant about this match is going into it, I had my arms crossed. I'm like, that's kind of corny to call it tacks and tables. And, I've
Yeah.
seen a million thumbtack spots. I'm numb to it. But what they did where the entire ring was covered in tacks, I was like, okay, this is actually creative and something different. And
Yeah.
the thing I appreciated about this match is, and I think commentary did a really good job talking about this, is the tacks were getting stuck in their boots. And it, you saw MJF slip at one point. And then when Briscoe did his chair dive that he always does, I was horrified because I'm like, oh my God, like
I was like, oh
that
god, he's gonna
smooth
slip, he's gonna
chair.
slip.
Yeah, that would have been the
Yeah,
ultimate
exactly. And
Sabu
so-
tribute, though. That would have been a great Sabu tribute.
Oh, yeah.
That
Just
was
absolutely bungling it.
Yeah, so like I thought this was a pretty brilliant match because it almost reminded me of like peak FMW in a way because it was worked in a way where it felt like the entire ring was dangerous, and
Yeah.
I felt like it was really refreshing compared to like every Plunder match we usually
Yeah.
see. So I ended up loving this match.
Yeah. I honestly think that
Yeah, it
Mark
was fun.
Briscoe and the Briscoes are kind of underrated deathmatch wrestlers because they've participated in like ladder matches, fights without honor, dog collar matches, barbed wire matches, cages of death, and now like this thumbtack match. I think Mark is probably. Damn, is Mark the modern day Mick Foley?
I'll say
It's
them being
reasonable.
underappreciated. I'll say them being underappreciated as deathmatch wrestlers is a good thing since they're good. being like actual wrestlers. So
Yeah, and I just like, I like the work that they both put into it. It's so weird for me as an MJF hater to give him his flowers for this weekend because he did his job as a heel.
MJF?
Oh, you know that, man. You know I hate
Why do you hate
MJF.
MJF?
I hate MJF as much as I hate Cody and as much as I hate CM Punk, and you know how much I hate them.
Damn.
You know how.
That's extreme.
The pits of hell.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, you know they could have.
That level.
They should have
I
a
would
triple
say the
threat
only
at
wrestler I
WrestleMania.
hate more than him is like Cope. Is the only guy I hate more than MJF.
Okay.
I've hated Cope for
Scale
like 20 years.
according to that.
Oh, Hook, I probably actually like. I just ranted on him, but like he's not as prominent, so I don't hate it. He's not. He doesn't offend me as much as like MJF is so heavily pushed.
Okay. Yeah.
I
That, like,
I don't know. I guess
have
like
no choice.
I don't know. I guess the only people I have that level of hate for would be the Young Bucks.
Oh man.
Your founding fathers?
Oh man.
Greatest tag team of all
Hey.
time.
I know.
Hey, I
It's
gotta
like they just too self-indulgent for my liking, and it just pisses me the fuck off whenever I see them. So.
Hey, you know, like that's classic PWG fandom. I gotta give you props on that, Hawk. As a
Yeah, no,
PWG
that's-
attender, that's the perfect take on the Young Bucks. That's what they want to put out there. That they're incredulous, overindulgent fucks. Fuck you, Young Bucks. You know, as someone that has chanted that many times, I agree with you.
I mean,
but I also love the Young Bucks.
I mean, like, yeah, you know, I did have similar this type of far less respect for guys like Will Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. for the same reasons.
Yeah,
but it's
I
like
do.
it's not as bad. But it's not as bad with them.
Yeah, there's something I hate about Zack Sabre Jr., but it's probably that he's from England. But anyway,
Listen, I might be writing a Hall of Fame case for Zach. I will stand up for the technical wizard.
See, my issue with Zack Sabre Jr. is like, you know, it's like I appreciate he wants to show off his technical wizardry with all the transitions and with all his submissions.
lowest drawing IWGP champion ever.
Yeah. He pretty much, you know, what drives me insane about Zack Sabre Jr. is like he'll put somebody in a submission which will have them dead to rights, and he'll break the hold for absolutely no reason at all.
Oh, I'll explain that to you. He has the 6-second rule. The 6-second rule is if the guy doesn't tap out in 6 seconds, you switch to something else. It's so you don't burn out your thing. It's like it's a jujitsu thing, and
okay.
That's what it is.
He does have a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, and also I just think that makes for good pacing. You compare, like, I'm not a grapple pervert.
I mean,
but
my problem.
You compare him to like Timothy Thatcher or someone like that. Like he has technical wrestling, fast paced, and interesting.
Timothy Thatcher, man. Oh my god, the lowest draw of NXT. Oh, I remember. Did AEW bring him in? They brought him in, right?
Yeah, for
They
Brian
brought him in
Daniels.
for one match.
Yeah.
Against Brian Daniels when he was feuding
Yeah.
with MJF.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's all I gotta say about MJF. I'll give him that respect of like he did good. Good boy. We have of course the next match. Apparently David Bixman's fans' favorite match. Gail Kim's favorite match of the weekend. We have Mercedes Moné versus the Indomitable Riho.
Why you have to bring up David Bixman, boy? That guy's a fucking gargoyle.
Oh yeah, you have no idea, my friend. You have no idea what we've been dealing with. But he's never gonna listen to this. Don't whatever. So like, you know, I thought this match was
David, if you're listening, I love your work. I did not slander you.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's a basement dweller.
Frantically searching his name.
Oh yeah, he so yeah, whatever about Bix. But I love this match because it was kind of like it's probably my match of the night for me because it was, you know, like how Mercedes is dating Beast Mortos, right? So I think like she spent time with him to learn basing because she based a lot for Riho in this match.
Yeah, that part of this match ruled.
He
Like,
fucking takes so much offense this match. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
she's a bit of an underrated base this year. Like like I think this match was entirely built around her being a base, but like she's had a few matches like that this run she's on this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's rare that she's the bigger competitor, and I like the fact that they use that with Riho specifically, where like the whole match was structured around, yeah, Mercedes might be stronger, but Riho is faster.
Yeah. The
Well,
thing
she
that I
should be.
love,
She's like 100 pounds.
yeah, the thing that I think
Oh,
about
go
like
ahead.
for women's wrestling in Japan is the big move there is the double stomp to the gut from women, and she definitely stomped those guts. She got in those guts, not in that way, but she got in those guts by doubling the double stomp.
Oh, those were some sick ass stomps. When she
Right
went
to
and
the
went
tummy.
for like second and third one, I got so
Yeah.
hyped, man. That had me
Yeah.
pumping my fist.
Yeah.
Like
They-
that was
Mercedes,
oh, that was
I think,
tremendous.
and I've only been watching wrestling for about a year, I think this is the first time that Mercedes had to, like, do anything resembling cheating in order to win.
She did that earlier in her run.
Okay.
But it was like the first time like this.
It was
year.
surprising that she did it against Riho, and I think that was also kind of fun.
I mean, if we're talking
Yeah, she
Riho,
did it like she fucking did it like the Sheeta and like the Brit matches. Like,
I have
the-
not seen the Brit match,
Yeah.
and I will never.
I will
No, and-
always have a fondness for Riho. She still gets a lot of, I think, bad faith arguments, and
Oh yeah,
I am
a
of the belief
lot of it.
people. I'm of the belief anyone of like any size or body type can be a wrestler. Now, I do think you have to work to what your size
To work
is. So
to your body type, absolutely. But yeah.
Yeah, and like Riho's not out there working like Toshiaki Kawada or whatever, but like
Yeah,
she
she's not-
works fittingly. Like she's like a counter like momentum based wrestler, and like I think she
Yeah.
does that as well.
She
Yeah,
always
she's-
works in an underdog role on top of that. Like
yeah,
you
she's-
know.
it's not like she's Adam Cole tanking elbows from Takeshita and not selling them, but like.
Now that's an example of not
Adam.
working to your size.
Yeah, Adam Cole's like the guy that I think of when I think of people who do that.
Yeah.
Or like Darby Allin is like a perfect
Yeah,
example. Like,
on the
I
men's side,
believe
Darby
in
Allin
him.
does.
Yeah,
They both kind of do the thing where they throw their entire bodies at like whoever they're
Yeah, they
facing.
use their body as a weapon.
It works.
It rules.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
works.
And it rules.
Yeah, like how in Street Fighter 2, Chun-Li does like that dive kick with her one foot, but like she's fighting like E Honda and Zangief, so like that point of impact on that one foot, you put all your weight on that point of impact, it's gonna hurt more. Hawking knows what I'm talking about. I love dive kicks. Anyway,
Yun and Yang?
yeah, Yun and
Rufus?
Yang hit that dive kick, get that confirmed. Oh my god, especially with Rufus, get that tornado. I miss Street Fighter 4, but we got the next match featuring 3 of my top 3 workers of well, I mean, I can't say Kazuchika's the top 3 worker of my year, but he's probably one of my top 3 workers of all time. We got the GOAT for me, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, versus G Alpha, Konosuke, Takesha, versus Mascara Dorada. And it was a handicap for about half of the match, but once it started being more, because like the first half of the match was like sort of it was displaying like what Dorada can do, and you have 2 of the best bases going in Takeshita and Okada, so they made sure that everything that Dorada did was hit clean and perfect. That double super duper Frankensteiner off the top rope, that was insane, balanced by all 3 men to not fuck up.
Oh god, yeah.
Like because
The other one that I
Dorada-
thought was super sick was when Dorada did a tope and did a tornado to the outside, and Takeshita and Okada caught him. And then Dorada did that arm drag onto Okada on the floor. Oh my god, that was awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
Dorada
And this-
was an absolute star in this one.
Yeah.
Put the unified belt on him. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, like because
Yeah, this match was built entirely around him for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is surprise me.
I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of like ready for Okada to drop that belt.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I'm
we're
ready
here.
for Okada to lose in any capacity.
yeah.
Uh,
We talk about the
it's
Hurt
like-
Syndicate
it's like
not
he's held-
losing.
I know it's like he's held that belt for that long, and I don't think he's done anything with it. I don't
Yeah.
feel like he's elevated that belt to a level that I think Tony Khan wishes it was.
Yeah, no, it just feels like the Okada belt,
Yeah,
which he's given for being Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah,
It's,
that's
the
what-
old-
that's
I
what
do
It
feels
think-
feels
like.
like we're just waiting for Takeshita to inevitably take it off him at this point.
Yeah.
Dude,
I want to welcome.
Takeshita's running.
I want to welcome my para here, Juan Marone, aka the Tunnels guy, aka the Pogi Man. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, sorry I'm late.
Hey, you know we talk about colored people time, so it's all right.
I
know-
honestly thought this match over-delivered, which is weird to say
Wow.
considering like the names in this ring or in the
Yeah.
ring. But
It's-
the thing is,
Well, I
with
think with a
Okada,
three-way, it's always a gamble, or like
Yeah.
any more than like singles
True.
match. It can go a lot of different ways, and also like just the way it's agented, they can
Yeah.
kind of just play it really safe and do like a 15-minute low-key match, or they can go balls to the walls. And I think
Dude.
they went more in that direction here.
Yeah, because they
I
built.
think
was
the
the
thing
thing.
is, I was not expecting much out of Okada because I'm just like, he's gonna phone it in. But here's the thing I realized after this match.
He generally
He's
tries
having
a
a-
pay-per-view.
Yeah, he's having a
Generally.
better year than you would think. He's got the
Yeah,
Mike
look
Bailey
at the match
match. He's
catalog. It's pretty good.
he's got the
Yeah.
Brody match. He's got the Omega match, and he's got this. Now, did he completely phone it in Arena Mexico against Mark Briscoe, which
Yeah,
is kind of unforgivable? Yes, but
he had an Ultimo Dragon match. Pontiff knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? An
just do
Ultimo
it.
Dragon match.
It's a
Just-
TV match. You just go with the flow.
And this three-way structure actually really suited Okada well because we all know Okada doesn't get up for the first 2/3 of the match. He's just
Yeah,
he just sort of walks the first
do it.
2/3, and then
Like-
everyone starts to think, "Oh man, Okada's washed." And then he goes, "Oh, word," and then he starts trying.
Yeah.
So having it be a three-way means that you can put more of the focus on Dorada and Takeshita until
Mhm.
it's heated up, and then you sort of let Okada go do his thing. Like,
Mhm.
oh my goodness, that Rainmaker counter Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh my god.
oh, that
Oh
was
my God.
one of the best Rainmaker counters I've ever seen.
when they started like hitting those elbows on each other, and it was like a come on motherfucker moment. I love that because like the whole match kind of built to like, are these two fuckers gonna are these two giant dudes gonna hit each other in the face finally? And when they finally did and started cursing at each other in Japanese, that was fire.
That and the
Oh.
Blue Thunder counter, just the final Rainmaker as well had such a tremendous like fuck you energy. It felt like the ones he would hit on Kaito when he was doing the Kaito feud. Like it was
Hey.
just a pissed off Rainmaker.
Yeah,
It
he
was
Well, because
just-
Dorada's
very
23, he hits young
satisfying.
people.
Yeah, he had
yeah,
some people.
it was a fuck you young boy Rainmaker, and I loved that. And
Although I will say,
least-
maybe Dorada's 23, but he was the best performer in that match.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
yeah.
the
We always
Yeah.
we always talk about like someone coming in and being like the new Rey Mysterio, right? Whether it was like Kalisto, whether it was Sin Cara, whether it was like, you know, for a bit it was Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix was great. Then he had his knee surgeries, and you know it's
then it
whatever.
was Vikingo.
Then it was Vikingo.
Currently Dragon B.
Yeah, and now we have Dorada, who's probably just wait for Neon to hit like in a couple years, and then when Briante hits, when he finally gets the Sombra mask, it's there's so much.
I don't know about that last
And-
one.
He's gonna be more. He's gonna be more of a technical guy. I see it in him, but like
He's not a good high flyer at
Yeah.
this stage. And I know he's like 24, 25, but man, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be more than a mid-carder.
you know,
Maybe it's a Nepo push. I'm not sure.
maybe I kind of hope to see Andrade versus Okada. I think that match could be pretty awesome, honestly.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a
everything comes with a
Oh,
caveat
no.
if Okada doesn't phone it in.
yeah, but if he
Who
phones it
lays
in, at least-
down?
Oh
Double
god.
count out,
I
bro.
don't know.
Double
well.
count
I,
out.
I would think, like, I don't think Andrade will fold it in if he's not the guy going over.
I think they could do like a double count out sort of thing. I think that's.
Double
like,
DQ.
I don't think Andrade needs protecting. Like, he,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
Okada's just
he
gonna
thinks
throw
he
it.
needs protecting though.
Fuck him. That's a little harsh. Sorry.
I mean,
A little
you
harsh.
don't know. Maybe like him being in WWE kind of like softens his heart, and now he's like, okay, maybe if I just lose to the main eventers.
I
I-
honestly don't. See, the problem with Andrade, he's a very ambitious guy, and his talent just is not going to give him to the ambition that he wants. Like, he's okay.
I
Yeah,
think Andrade is
Exactly.
quite good, but I guess I'm a little jaded on him just because of what people who are smarter
Yeah.
than me say about him, and like Rob Viper and Lucha Blog. Just they do
Yeah.
not paint a good picture of him,
Dude,
and so
I don't think Andrade paints a good picture of Andrade.
no,
I
even
mean-
like yeah, that too from what we know publicly, but like just the stuff they imply too is.
No,
Yeah.
it's like Andrade thinks of himself as a Mystico when he's like fucking El Dende.
I think like
That's-
I think Andrade is very
Yeah.
talented, but I agree he's never gonna be a top guy in a promotion.
I
And the
mean,
other thing
there's
with
Not,
Andrade-
not
Go ahead,
even
go
modern
ahead, go ahead.
CMLL, like you know,
There is
he's not gonna be
MLW.
a top guy over
the
Mystico.
world of
Honestly-
MLW never
Yeah,
stops.
maybe.
He could change
He
his
can
name.
I
he
would say
can
maybe.
go have a match with Satoshi Kojima.
Honestly, like
Yeah,
if
Broad,
Andrade,
honestly.
Andrade's best shot of being a top guy is maybe go to MLW.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, he'll be
he
better.
can work with
fuck-
Matt Cruel Kruger and Satoshi Kojima and that whole
Mystical,
group.
Templario. Hey, those. He
And
can,
beyond the whole
they,
thing of
they
him
have
not
the
wanting
CMLL
to-
guys.
he can work Dorada.
Beyond
in,
the thing of him not wanting to do jobs, there's also the fact that like there's the stories about him sort of being a hard personality to work with. Now, Roosh has similar controversies, but Roosh will put shoulders to the man. In fact, he does it a lot in a.
I mean,
So
in Voices of Wrestling, we've always called him the locker room leader, Roosh, the rock room, because he. That's what we called him in Voices of Wrestling before, because he would do these jobs, which was a joke because in Ring of Honor he never wanted a job to anybody. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny that he does the jobs now, but I do want to see Roosh versus Okada also. That'd be pretty badass.
Every Roosh match is kind of the same, but also I think they all rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not too bothered. Like if you just beat the shit out of each other, it's a simple thing that I'm never going to dislike.
I don't know,
Yeah.
have they even been using Roosh in AEW? Because I know once they have if they ever use the CMLL guys on the show, like he's pretty much not going to be there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
still
Been
blood.
more on
there.
Ring of Honor lately,
What's-
or
what's-
at least on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
What's interesting is though, like Dralistico worked the Dean shows that did have CMLL talent on it, so they've kind of softened on Dralistico, even though Dralistico was the one that kind of talked.
I mean, like,
Are
I think
you
maybe
sure
with,
they
like guys working on the same show, but like, I don't think CML will ever let them back in to their good graces.
Are
Yeah.
you sure they softened it, or just that these shows are just so low level they don't care?
Probably that.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
probably
I think
that,
too.
and then like Tony Khan saying, "No, I need these guys on my show. This is my show. It's
Yeah,
nothing."
Yeah, I can't see like CMLL be like, yo, I can't have fucking Roosh be on this show because like he's working dark, and,
Yeah, like,
and our guys
there
are
was an
working
episode
Dynamite.
of Dynamite. I can't remember when it was, but there was an episode of Dynamite where there was a bunch of CMLL guys in a match, and then also Roosh was in a match somewhere else on the card. But they made sure they were nowhere near each other.
I think
Yeah.
was it one of those Dynamite Collision double tapings? Or
It
was
might have been that,
Might have been.
or it was like I think it was one of the early shows where there was like a BCC versus CMLL All Stars tag.
oh yeah.
Well, maybe
Remember
it was
those?
Shit
Rampage.
sounds like it rules.
Speaking of the BCC, next match, Jon Moxley defeats Darby Allin in the coffin match.
I have so many opinions about this match,
Yo,
and it's not even because there was a kissing moment.
yo, for
There was
me-
multiple kissing
for me
moments.
With that,
It was great.
Yeah, it's one of those matches where like I kind of didn't care about the quality of it. I just want the right result. And Darby didn't win, so fuck that match.
I don't even have a lot to say about the match choreography in and of itself. Like, it was solid. It was pretty cool. The bumps that, like, the one where the coffin is upright and Mox is, like, standing having put it up, only for Darby to rock it in, that was pretty fun. But specifically my thing, and this is why I think the Death Riders, like, Mox championship didn't work for me. This is the kind of match that Mox should have been having while he was champion. Because his entire thing
100%.
as champion was he wanted to put over the young guys. He wanted to make sure they had that fire in them. And he was doing it, like, basically immediately after he dropped the belt. And I will never forgive Adam Copeland for those 3 months of hell where we suddenly got the old guy in here when the entire fucking championship should have been built around making those new guys light.
Hey, Angel. How big
what's
was
up?
the pop for Christian when he interfered when he was going to cash in Staples? How big was that pop? How big was that pop?
It helps that the entire rest of the match the entire Staples Center was absolutely dead silent for basically the entirety of the match, to the point where I felt I should be coming up with things to start things happening.
Hey,
and
I
it was
thought
just
it was so funny as well.
the energy
because they
was
were
abysmal.
so loud the rest of the show, and then that match they were just dead quiet. It was so funny.
It felt so awkward to be standing there.
Yeah, I got a section in my section. We were yeeting, we were doing like all these chants for.
Oh no!
And, like, hey, I have to yeet when I go to a performance because you have no idea how many kids wanted to. Yeah, you don't know how many kids were there that wanted. There were so many kids there at the show. It was really cute how many kids were there actually, and then like some kids were wanting to yeet. So then I was like, oh, screw it. So I had me, my brother, my cousin, my sister. Sorry, my sister and my cousins were all like, yeet, 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 and then like the whole section started yeeting, which was like fun for us. But yeah, that whole match was like that was just an excuse for people to do their own chants, and we didn't want to leave because we spent the money on those tickets.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, okay, if something doesn't happen, I'm gonna leave. But then when Christian cashed in, I was like, oh, okay.
Everyone started doing backflips, like, yes, Christian, save us!
Yeah, but
going back to the sort of Mox Darby match, I was expecting Darby to win. I didn't know that the Pac return was coming. But the thing is, based on the
I did not recognize Pac because he was wearing a shirt. I knew it. Who is this?
I thought it was a new guy.
That's true. When he's not in gear, he is not recognizable. But given the stuff afterwards with Darby lighting him on fire and all that, clearly they're going to do another match, which my thought is just, well, given the attempted murder that happened here, what's next?
I thought they actually. That's why I thought they held back. I think they did some sick shit in this match. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah,
but I thought they held back to a degree, and that's why I kind of figured they were going to extend this feud. I didn't think it would just be a one match affair.
Definitely.
So yeah, I think they like held back enough that like. But my question is like, what will the stipulation be? That's what I'm curious about.
Exploding barbed wire.
Ear for an ear.
That's what
match.
I said. Exploding barbed wire.
Ear for an ear.
I was puzzled by that too because I thought it's a coffin match, like that's the blow off, right? So I just thought Darby was going to get his win over Moxley.
Usually that's the Darby blow off match, win or lose. Like that's the last match he has in his like series. Usually like his tag matches and then a singles match, and then he loses the singles match and then he comes back in the coffin match because I think he did beat like Brody in a coffin match. Usually, like he's has the victories in the coffin match. It's kind of funny that the spooky guy in the AEW is a tiny little boy.
I think this is his first loss in a coffin match.
No, the first loss was Jack Perry.
Scapegoat. All in 2024.
Oh right, Jack Perry. Yeah.
Yeah, but
remember him?
We'll get to him.
We'll get
One
to
half
him.
of my favorite tag team.
Oh man,
there was a sequence in this match where Darby is strangling Moxley with a plastic bag, and then he hits the sick-looking Code Red, and then he's doing the Danielson stomps to the head, and like I was on my feet. That sequence was incredible.
Yeah.
I also have opinions about specifically Bryan Danielson in this, because having Bryan be a commentator figure is not only, like, I like it because he clearly loves wrestling and you can get that vicariously through him. He was losing his shit in the Men's World Championship match, but we're not there yet. But the fact that he specifically is there, and I also like this in the 0 Hour, it's like interviewing a ghost. It's like interviewing the themes or what has been, having that thematic element there in your face while the rest of this is happening. Like, you remember that Darby is doing this because Mox killed Bryan, and Darby thinks he's responsible. And that was also really fun.
I liked how he said something like, I think he said something like, Mox once said he loved me too, and I'm like, that's very yaoi of you.
Yeah.
Okay. I have also a lot of opinions about specifically love in wrestling, and that's not because my nickname in the Social Suplex podcast Discord is Angel Yaoi Warrior. Trust me here. I feel like a lot of times when people dilute feuds to just they're in love, that's robbing wrestling of what else it could be as a medium. Like, there are really good underdog things, there's catharsis, there's real hate or determination. They can't all be in love. But Jon Moxley is for real in love with Darby Allin, because Darby is the spirit. They have a child together.
The way you phrase that was so funny to me. It's like, yeah, they're
Theo
not
was the
all
one who got
about
Moxley
love.
pregnant.
This one
one's about love.
specifically is, because Jon Moxley really likes the specific fire in Darby Allin that makes him want to, like, throw his body off of buildings. That's someone who will die for pro wrestling, and that's exactly the type of guy Mox wants to elevate in the Death Rider storyline. And he didn't do that, and we had to sit through Adam Copeland for 3 months. God.
Hey,
I know I
you
missed
know,
the talk about Copeland Christian FTR match, but oh boy, that was a match.
Oh, we loved it. I
Yeah,
think
we're-
everyone
Oh,
here
you
gave
guys
it glowing
did.
reviews.
Glowing 5-star reviews across the board.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
was-
Okay,
The thing
so
about-
I guess I'm in the minority on that one. All right.
No, we hated it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we
so.
fucking hated it.
yeah.
The thing about Moxley's year is, like, once you get to, like, Anarchy in the Arena and beyond, it's pretty great.
It's good.
It's
I thought
outstanding.
Steel Cage was
John
good.
Moxley,
Yeah.
Steel
right?
Cage was
Willow
good.
Nightingale, a
Yeah, I was
check.
already stalled
Right
when they started doing
woman,
party
a
matches.
check.
Willa
Yeah.
versus Mox singles match now.
Dog collar.
Well, that would rock.
She's the
Yeah,
best.
I'm just
Tony
mad
Khan
we,
wasn't a coward. He was
mad we didn't get this for the rest of his reign. Like,
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy match was good. Everyone has litigated the Death Rider storyline before, but the fact that he could be pulling this stuff out now makes me mad. We had to sit through 3 months of Adam Copeland and Chris Jericho and all of this other shit happening where the Death Riders would have obviously killed them all.
It's because he needed the heat. He needed the heat. Because if he was too good, he would have
This
gotten
one match
cheered.
was Moxley's own fault, though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh man. What do you guys think about the haircut for Pac?
It looks fine.
when he popped up and he was in view of the camera, I was like, is that Bobby Fish? Keep in mind, I have never ever seen Bobby Fish at all. It's like, who is that?
That's the first time
I'll
everybody
get
said,
used to
"Is
it."
that Bobby Fish?"
Is Bobby Fish interfering in the coffin match? No.
It
That
did
was
remind
back.
me a bit of seeing clean-shaven Juice Robinson.
Yeah,
Like, I'll get used to it, but it was wrong.
Yeah.
like, good on them for having autonomy with their bodies, but that's not how they look.
He's
I don't know,
supposed
like,
to
Pac
always
is
be.
always dork.
Yeah, what?
So, like, he's always looked like a dork outside of the ring. So
But
like
a
now he
killer inside it.
actually looks the part inside of it. So it's like I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
No, Pac going on CMLL Informa, like, with no shirt on, just, like, in his tights. That was incredible.
Yeah.
I'll get
Usually,
used to it.
yeah. I mean, what if this is what he wrestles in from now on? What if?
Oh, God.
That's cursed.
That's
Don't
almost
speak that
worse
into
than being able to
existence.
see Daniel Garcia's knees.
Oh, I don't want to see his knees anymore. You know,
Ugh.
I
yeah.
don't want to see Pac working like T-shirt Naito.
Oh. Well, no, he has 2 eyes, so he'll be fine. Naito has no eyes
yeah.
right now. You know, that was the coffin match. Next, we got the what did they call it? The 4 ways to die. Chris
4 ways to
Statlander-
die, yeah.
Chris Statlander defeats Timeless Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, and the Spider Woman Thekla. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was good.
I'll
I
be right
Yes.
back.
don't really have any big complaints about it, but again, it's like I prefer a singles match, but we'll probably
Yeah.
get that the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you were going to have Statlander win, and not only win, because you know a lot of times when you do 3 or 4 ways, it's to keep someone from taking a fall, right? But she pins Tony, and that made me
Using-
scratch my head a little because I'm like, why didn't you
Yeah.
just do the singles match then?
I think
Yeah.
it's because I think it's just because you know the weird holding pattern that the women's like division has
yeah.
had. This is just like the ultimate consequence of that. It's I think if there weren't as many injuries as before, Chris probably would have gotten like the belt earlier or something like that. But
And I suspect Tony Storm will probably be like the first or second challenger to Chris Statlander, and they'll just run the singles match at either Wrestle Dream or Full Gear. And then they'll probably spin off Hayter and Tekla into another singles match. Although that just disappoints me because I'm far more interested in the Tekla Amanada feud than the Tekla
Oh,
Hayter
yeah.
feud.
I think they blew that off a little too quickly, honestly.
Well, I don't think it's
not that
done.
the timing was bad, but like the way they did it, where it was like a go home dynamite. Like I think that deserved to be.
And also a Go Home Dynamite where the match ended weirdly. Like, I felt
Yeah,
like there was
yeah.
more match to see, but someone got hurt during it, and it just cut off early.
I think
Yeah.
we'll probably have one more
We
Tekla
gotta.
Amanada match, and I will say Tekla in this match was good. I
Yeah.
think every individual performance in this match was great. It's just that I would probably be much more happy with this multi-person title match if it were not for the fact that we saw another multi-person title match earlier in the show that absolutely blew the house down.
And then we have also like another
Yeah.
multi-person title match following it. I gotta say, yeah, I thought it was all right. Chris doing the seatbelt from Chuck E. T. Was
God.
pretty interesting.
Chuck taught him that pin.
Chuck taught him that fucking pin! That
I
was
mean,
that was really
I
good for
think
me.
Tony's probably going to be the challenger next pay-per-view, right? She's fighting Mina like in an hour.
Tonight, yeah.
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 So I'm assuming that they're just going to do that first.
Yeah, should be fun.
Then, I mean, we all see the obvious endpoint for the Chris Statlander reign. It's Willow. We
It's
all
Willow.
know it's Willow.
It's
And that's fine. I have nothing wrong with that. Willow's great. So it's just a matter of can they keep Chris doing interesting stuff
Yeah.
outside of Willow Nightingale?
I mean, they
That's kind of
can.
the other odd
Yeah.
thing to me is don't get me wrong, I want Willow to win the world title. I think she's phenomenal. But I thought, you know, her path was always to eventually get her win over Mercedes. Or win back. I guess they're 1-1 if you remember New Japan Strong, as we all do. But,
As we all
Yeah.
do.
The
But
thing
they're-
with
Chris and
Um,
Willow, they are like 1-1. Like they're like 2-1, right? So she has like the say to do both Mercedes and Chris.
And the other thing with Willow and Mercedes is, in the case of the Owen Hart Cup, the TBS Championship, the NJPW Strong Women's Championship, and the CMLL World Championship, those are all titles Mercedes holds, but Willow won them first. And so, if
Ooh.
Willow wins the Women's World title before Mercedes too,
Ooh.
that sort of
Oh.
adds to their storyline of
Okay,
another
that's
title
fun.
that Willow got to first.
We got
okay, you're
some
talking me
lore.
into this now.
Cooking?
Yeah.
As far as the Mercedes title goes, I think just under a month, she passes Jade as the longest reigning TBS champion. I think that's what they're holding off for. And
Identical match quality.
at that, oh boy, at
Yeah,
that
we got
point, I
that
think,
superstar Jade.
Mercedes will lose. I'm not sure who to. My pick would just be do Riho again and have Riho win.
What if it's
but-
Chris? What if Chris Statlander also beats her for the TBS belt, just like she beat Jade Cargill?
Yeah. They do not need to be putting both women's titles on the same person. That would be catastrophic.
Yeah.
The way that they book women, AEW, if they put both the titles on one woman, it would drastically reduce the amount of actual good storylines on the show, even
It
below
would.
the meager amount they already have.
Yeah, we need a change to how women are booked on this show. They always give us a great match, but we never get them as the focus of the show. There's been multiple times where I thought they could have been the main event of the show, the Hollywood ending.
Willow Chris for the Women's World Championship.
Should
that
be.
can main event a pay-per-view.
Those are
Oh
two.
my god.
Those are two homegrown women from their company that if you put them on that pedestal, I think the last time they had two homegrowns wrestle in a match like that was the 4-pillar 4-way. So I think that would have a higher ceiling than that. And speaking of that, we have a fatal 4-way ladder match. I'm sorry for saying fatal 4-way, but fatal 4-way ladder match. Brodito,
There.
the Young Bucks, the Don Callis family, and Jet Speed. It was a fun car crash match, and I like seeing Speedball die on that ladder because of him touching me with his bare feet. So fuck that guy. What did you guys think?
I think it's crazy how much better the tag division got as soon as the Hurt People dropped the belts, and how suddenly everyone wants to do tag team action again. The other big takeaway I have from this match is that Bryan Danielson was freaking hilarious on commentary during.
Why aren't they going for the belts?
It was
Exactly.
so good. Him, what he did through the whole night is pointing out everyone's deficiencies, pointing out why is this person not doing that, pointing out why this guy's not going for the win. I thought that was great. I would do this if I was in this match. It's like he was kind of
He was also completely engaged in the kayfabe, which was awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
None of
he's
this,
good.
Absolute stuff. He was totally locked in.
Yeah, he reminded me of Jesse the Body Ventura when Jesse would say this kind of stuff, like in Tony. I don't know why he went to go and flex his muscles instead of pinning the guy. He's letting him recover more than he should. That was my really crappy Jesse Ventura, but you gotta follow the
I thought that you
money.
had Jesse on the show for a minute there.
In
who
the
is
chair.
the big kahuna? I was about to become Alex Jones for a little bit, so I kind of stopped myself.
Oh god.
I mean, look, they're both into conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
I'll
went into
eat
this
your
ladder
ass.
match annoyed because, listen, I have not been a wrestling fan nearly as long as some of you, and I also don't watch WWE. And even with that said, I am sick of ladder matches. So
Yeah.
I was grouchy coming into this, and it's the Bucks and all these and everyone in this match I love and think is great. They got me. They did so many wild things. I was still I have to give it to them. You had Mike Bailey do that, standing moonsault
Yeah,
on a
moonsault
ladder
double
bridge.
knees.
Well, he killed his own knees. My
Yeah,
God.
there were some spots in this match that I was still impressed by, and I'm very sick of people falling off of ladders, and I was like, you got me. I love this match. Genuinely, it was my
Yeah.
second favorite match on the show.
Yeah,
I
it was-
This
felt
was
like a
so-
giddy kid watching this match. That rolled.
Gnarly in the best way. I will say, just real quick interruption. Did you guys see that the matches announced for tonight's Dynamite on the AEW live stream?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
What do we
I just
got?
wanted to make sure y'all did.
I have not seen it.
No, I haven't
I have
seen
not.
Okay, so it's so there's three new ones other than the two that were already announced in advance, the Chris Statlander Mina match and the Trios match. The three new ones are Hangman Page versus Lee Moriarty.
Okay.
For the tag titles, Brodito versus Gates of Agony.
Okay.
And the
Could they do a
match of
switch?
Powerhouse Hobbs versus Claudio Castagnoli.
They better not do a
That could
switch.
be-
They might
that'd
do
be
a
fun.
switch. This is
Brodito
how
forever.
they might do a switch here.
Oh, I agree.
Uh,
My verdict on this tag team ladder match is I've seen enough. 6 more months to the Rodeo title reign.
Always, yes.
yeah. You say that,
They're
but you
so
know,
There's,
freaking cool.
sometimes they do switches when you don't want them to, and sometimes they do switches when you really want them to. So this could be this is 50-50 on them keeping the belts, because
I do feel like the tag team belts historically have been the hardest to predict
yeah.
in AEW. Like you've got the crazy switches like Swerve and Our Glory beating the Bucks and Team Taz, when I think going into that match, they were the team everyone least expected to win. People
Yeah.
thought, oh, either the Bucks will retain because they just won the titles 8 days before, or it'll be Team Taz winning it because everyone liked Starks and Hobbs.
Yeah. Ricky Staines, you know.
Jurassic Express beating the.
They're really loading this dynamite.
They've been
up.
loading dynamites for the past like 3 months, and it rules.
Oh yeah, I'm not complaining. Keep doing it.
Yeah. Just watch for the good matches. Don't try to like justify these storylines in your head, because you're gonna get yourself mad. We gotta move on to like the main event. 2 words.
Oh, how could you forget Jack
What about
Perry?
Jurassic
Oh, yeah.
Express?
Okay, Jurassic Express had that
Jurassic
reunion.
Express is back.
He
Whoa.
got the knife.
Yay!
Whoa.
I never.
My notes just say Jack Perry yawn emoji.
Yeah. You know,
I
he didn't. He
miss
should have shaved.
Perry's stupid cherubic face.
He should have shaved the beard. Hopefully, he shaved the beard for tonight.
Luchasaurus is my original special guy. I love that man so much. He's easily, to me, the most underrated man on the AEW roster. If you look through his pay-per-view track record, it's
Yeah.
incredible,
Yeah.
the
He
matches that he
rules.
puts on.
Look,
And then
I-
the Jurassic Express team has just been great. As for Jack Perry, I am a true jacker. I love jacking it. Big Jack
We're
Perry.
jacking it, baby.
We are
Hey
jacking it.
yo, hey yo, what if he still wrestles like Raven? What if he still wrestles
Okay,
like
well,
Raven?
then,
No, I don't.
then I'll be
no.
sad.
I hope
That
that
guy
Jack Perry
was slapping
watched
on
Kyle
side
Fletcher.
headlocks to crickets in the Tokyo Dome against Yota Tsuji. I'm out.
Yeah, he.
Oh,
what-
no.
That match was against Yoda
Did you
Suji?
see Kyle Fletcher succeed
Yeah,
all he succeeded
it
last
was
year? Still did cool moves he always did, just evilly this time. Jack Perry, see that, take notes, don't make your moveset worse just because you're bad guy, although I think they're going to be baby faces now. But in general,
Hopefully.
I think he did the same thing here, which is
I mean,
doing
they could do a
moves
double
worse.
turn. They could do a double
Yeah,
turn
I know,
with
like-
the Bucks and Jurassic Express. I like Jack failed in his last run for me so badly that I'm ambivalent right now, unless like he comes back and like he does the flips and all that stuff. Because I'm not interested in him in his promos or character work or anything like that. He was good for like some good flips and that was it for me. I liked Hollywood Cowardly Jack Perry for a little bit because he didn't like wrestle boringly. He still did the springboard Canadian Destroyers, but like
Yeah.
I don't know where to stand right now because we don't know if he's gonna start a match and do a headlock, and then just
The way he wrestled as the scapegoat was really disappointing. The Hollywood stuff that he did was, I mean, it made me enjoy Hook singles matches, which is
Yeah.
Wow.
pretty crazy. So
yeah, you missed our whole
you know,
dissertation.
I
on
would
Hook.
forget the fact that the whole controversy at Brawl In, that match he had with Hook was good,
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
but nobody remembered because of what happened after.
No one will.
Yeah, say like unlike the I don't know who said it. Like I've never been impressed by Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
I kind of don't get it. I don't know.
With the death
I
of-
just guess I just think like Big Bill does what Luchasaurus does way better.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Big Bill
I
doesn't
disagree
do,
there. I think
Big Bill
Big Bull is
isn't a
worse.
giant dinosaur.
Yep. With
I
a
don't
benefit
know.
of
I like it.
hindsight, I'm like, was Luchasaurus the better worker in that tag team?
Wow.
I feel
I
like
don't
he
think
might have
so.
been he might have been the more, as a tag team they kind of hide each other's deficiencies because there's no like room to like
Yeah.
just rest because they're all action, especially because they were a face tag team. But both of them as heels have like sort of just been, it's not a fit. And,
My argument about the Luchasaurus versus sort of Big Bill thing is, I can't think of a bad Luchasaurus pay-per-view match. There was a bad Big Bill pay-per-view match on this pay-per-view.
Yeah, but that was on Eddie more than on
I don't
him,
know.
man. That was on
I-
both of them,
I-
honestly.
Eddie
I
came in
don't
as
think it was
my
on.
I
sweet
really
I don't
beat
think it was on.
you
I
Bill
really
Raw.
like the Big Bill match. I really like Bill's match when they had against the Hurt Syndicate when they challenged for the tag titles.
That was pretty good, honestly. Because
That was okay. Yeah.
yeah, it was all right. I like Big Bill. I like Big Bill.
Yeah, and Bill did some good work when he was tag champions with Ricky Starks too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that was
thought that
some
was
good
a
stuff.
nice little tag team.
Yeah. But look,
Other
we
argument
have-
for Luchasaurus is he has the age advantage. I mean, Big Bill's in his 30s. I mean, Luchasaurus is 65 million years old.
Yeah, yeah. And he was
I'll say
Frankenstein back to life. Is Jack Perry a weird little guy? I think he's a weird guy. Like he makes
Absolutely.
knives.
I think Jack Perry can do that.
Yeah.
I follow Tumblr is my main social media, and I follow someone on Tumblr who was able to like guess that was Jack Perry the night the Glasgow Dynamite dropped, and that vignette was in it. And just by looking at his hands, and I was like, God damn!
It was the jacket for me.
Ah,
Yeah. So like, he Frankenstein the dinosaur back
the
to
Jackers
life.
don't play.
Is he?
The other
so,
thing with that vignette is I suspect that we were supposed to see that whole vignette for the first time at All Out.
Yeah.
Had to trim it up like crazy in order to get Luchasaurus
Yeah.
in to fill the Nick Wayne spot for the Forbidden Door match.
the Luchasaurus face turn was really badly done. It just kind of happened. But you know what it did?
Well, yeah, because
No,
Revue was
no,
supposed to be
well,
here, so they had to go nuts.
Yeah, the whole
No,
thing that I
no,
liked
I-
about
I
it
found
was
another-
Martha. Was it no? Not Martha. It's not Martha Wayne. She's not Batman's mom. She's Nick Wayne's mom. I forgot.
Shayna Wayne.
Shayna Wayne. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Shayna Wayne.
Ooh, me?
Okay.
A mother?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Nick Wayne's mom. You know.
Yeah, she rules.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
When Tom has got it
I'm
going
not-
on.
God,
I'm not-
going on.
So I that match was great. I mean, for a ladder match, I think I'm kind of full on ladder matches. Like my buddy Grant said, like it was a good ladder match, but I'm like between Money in the Banks, between ladder wars, between all of that, I'm sort of like, what more can be done with ladder matches?
Honestly, WWE burned me out on ladder matches. They have them like every other fucking month.
Yeah, dude. Between the Money in the Banks, the special ladder matches, the TLC pay-per-view, you kind of get inundated. Even on NXT, they do ladder matches. So like, I've
And
been.
now Japan's starting to do them more, which, no thank you.
Oh yeah, New Japan had that ladder match. I think the junior titles around the like, dude, like there's only so much ways you can make climbing up a ladder look so dramatic.
The biggest problem with ladder matches in modern wrestling is that everybody copies the TLC style, the Edge Christian Hardy's Dudley style, where everybody falls off of shit and crashes into shit, and nobody does like the Shawn Michaels Razor Ramon or Chris Jericho Shawn Michaels one, where it's just a wrestling match with a ladder. That's also another big problem.
Oh yeah, I do want to say.
The other thing I think could be fun if they wanted to experiment with the format is do something where the titles are suspended above the ring, go get them to win, no ladders allowed.
Oh yeah, then
And then
Brodito would
Bandito
have.
All right.
climbs on Brody's shoulders.
It would have been
Exactly,
cool if
because I
that's
even
how
saw when
Brodito won.
Brodito climbed on when Bandito climbed on Brody's shoulders, that was enough height for Bandito to reach the titles. I think that would have been an absolutely incredible finish of the match.
Yeah.
You know, that's a
Bandito
good idea.
circumventing the titles and circumventing the ladders entirely and just going, fuck this, we're taking them.
That would have
What
been fun.
if you're right, no ladder. What if you had the titles on suspended on, I don't know, maybe a pole of some sort?
Ooh, or maybe
something like that.
Intersecting wires over the ring in an X shape.
How about you have 4 boxes?
Oh, I wonder what you
four
could call
boxes
the
on
title that would go in that match.
You have 4
What would you
boxes
call it?
on poles, and then you have different items in the boxes, and then one of the boxes has a picture of Vince Russo. That'd be great.
Oh.
Oh, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. This rules.
Oh, I know what.
I was told Eric Bischoff invented the Gravity Gamble Gauntlet there for MLW.
Yo,
What the
how
hell?
how can anyone forget the 49ers match? That's a classic.
Oh yeah, you know, gotta love that face that Booker T made pulling out that picture of Scott Hall. Oh, okay, that brings
Also,
us.
fuck a first blood match. AEW should do a last blood match. First person to pass out from blood loss loses.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man, so
Please don't make
it.
it.
Ladder, put it up on the hook.
yeah.
Dude,
Oh, that
fucking
was
TNA did that. That's how.
that's King of the Mountain,
that
man.
was TNA. That's
the King of the Mountain match. They could have Jeff
Every
Jarrett win the world title
stipulation
like
of
that.
TNA's that I learn about is against my will. This is wild.
Isn't
yeah,
it
yeah.
awesome?
There was also
TNA also.
there was a reverse
I
cage
don't
match in
remember when
TNA,
TNA had.
where you had to climb into the
What
cage.
crack did they have?
They had a reverse. They also had a reverse battle royal too.
Yeah,
What?
you had to get into the ring. To,
Yeah, the reverse battle. Yeah, you had to fight to make your way into the ring, and
Huh.
and then the 2 guys who make it into the ring will have a regular match.
Maybe TNA should keep existing so we just get more random crazy match situations.
No. See,
Watch,
all
like,
these dumb
Tiger
matches happened. All these dumb matches happened was when Vince Russo was working for them.
yeah,
So-
you know.
I will go to bat for Ultimate X. I think that rocks, actually.
Yeah, Ultimate X is good.
It's pretty fun when they were doing the shimmy across the ropes. There was no way Samoa Joe was gonna win that match. I remember, I think he brought out a ladder because his big ass was not gonna climb up the ropes like that. And that's why he lost the title like that. And that brings us to our main event, talking about TNA Ultimate X matches. We got somebody born in the year 1999, Kyle Fletcher, the Protostar, versus Hangman Adam Page for the AEW Men's World Title. And I want to say that AEW Men's World Title.
Men's world title. Yeah,
Justin Roberts.
All right.
Men's World Title. Justin Roberts.
get on it.
Get on it. Excalibur was saying it. Taz was saying it.
Before
Brian said
Tony
it.
Khan
Oh,
still refuses to say it.
I have thoughts on Taz in this match. Am I the only one who picked up Taz was in a really, really bad mood of commentary? It was distracting to me.
Hey, Grant, let me say this. The mood is about to change. That was his catchphrase
Danielson
in
in this
WWE.
match. Danielson in this match was, talking about when you're having, he's talking about Hangman. He's when you're having neck trouble, it might be hard to use his dominant arm and things like that. And Taz is just getting furious. Listen, I broke my neck once, and he just keeps harping on that. He's anyone cares about me, and he keeps going can I get a word in and all that. He was on one in this match. I found it noteworthy.
Yeah, he was pretty
some
angry.
of you guys, I know some of you guys will have to explain to me Kyle Fletcher, because I don't fucking see it.
What?
This guy, he's the
Wow.
most generic fucking guy that I've seen AEW push
brother.
so fucking hard.
Have you seen his work? I
Kyle's
think
one
he's
of my
top five.
favorites.
He's a great wrestler, but I don't want to see the guy. I don't give a shit about him.
Is it because
He
he reminds
has
you?
tremendous intensity.
Is it because the look reminds you of
It's like-
2002 Orton? Is that why? because you hated Randy Orton in 2002.
Well, like, it's not like now that you bring it up, he does kind of look like pretty much Randy Orton doing.
Is that why you dislike him? Is that why you dislike him?
Yeah, I just find him bland. Like he's fucking white bread. It's like I don't understand the huge push for him.
The thing I like about Kyle Fletcher is that he, beyond the fact that he's just got this astounding in-ring work, I think he's like just at the top level as far as his actual in-ring work as everybody did. But as a heel, he perfectly balances being menacing and imposing and terrifying while also simultaneously being able to show ass and be kind of a cowardly little bitch. He manages to do those simultaneously. That's very difficult to do. But he actually does that very well. I think he exhibits that really well in like his Briscoe matches, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it always ends up where I feel like his matches end up being really well paced because he knows when to like put in that intensity.
Yeah, and like to your point, he will give someone just like some disgusting looking power bombs, but he'll also take some hellacious bombs. Like I was both dead eyes he took in this match. Like I know there was the table one, but he took one near the end, like near the finish. That I thought that one looked as bad or worse to me, like the way he landed it.
I think usually Hangman protects the guy on it, right? Because I know he protected Cole and Swerve when he did the table, because that's one of his staples in these matches is the apron ringside table Deadeye. But I think he lost control of Kyle because Kyle is super long and tall, so like he's still doing the thing where his knees are bent, but he lost Kyle. So on the one on ringside, like his head hit, and then like from the avalanche style Deadeye, that was disgusting because he also landed right on the top of his head, which was cool. That's but that was.
I did also like they brought back the Double or Nothing main event lighting for this.
Yeah,
I thought that added a lot of sort of like importance to the match. Now I know that the Canadians were screaming that they wanted the lights off because they couldn't see, but they're Canadians, so I don't respect their right to see the match.
Yeah, who cares?
Hey,
they're Canadians.
Hey, we got two Canadians here
for that opener. They don't deserve happiness.
Oh well, they did. To be fair, they did give us Kenny Omega. So.
Oh yeah,
that's the only good thing they get. And deep down in his soul, that is the Japanese boy.
As a Bret Hart fan, I resent everything you just said.
As a Speedball fan, I largely agree.
I have actually never watched a Shawn Michaels match, so I'm just saying that to get you riled up. But yeah, Shawn better.
No. Bret Hart isn't even the best Hart.
Yeah, the best Hart is Ross Hart.
No, it's true.
Oh no, the best Hart is actually Tyson Kidd.
Bret Hart. 0. How many are named after Owen Hart? 2. Boom.
Yeah,
5 points fans. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's also they have the British Bulldog Cup somewhere. They do have the Opera Cup in MLW. We bring up MLW a lot here. Hey, you know what? You're right. But you know who is better than Bret Hart? I always had something in my heart for Mr. Perfect. I thought he was better than Bret Hart. I wish he won the world title, because at least.
Dude, I thought you were going to say Goldberg.
I mean, you know, like, there's so many guys I like more than Bret Hart. There's Terry Funk. There's Sting. There's there's like actual legends who actually did shit outside of WWF, and like I respect what Bret Hart did, but to me as a kid he bored me. So when Stone Cold beat the crap out of him, I was happy. When Shawn Michaels super kicked him.
What was it that Hangman said? It was like masturbatory Bret Hart tribute.
Yeah, masturbatory Bret Hart tributes.
I don't remember the exact thing. But
oh man,
with this match as well, this
him when he's telling lies.
I really when his lips were moving, which I'm shocked that nobody said that in a promo back to him. After that, that's the obvious answer to the "tell me when I'm telling lies" line is when your lips are moving. Sorry, I'm getting off topic.
I mean,
we don't have to talk about CM Punk. We're safe here.
Yeah, we already talked about him at the beginning of the show. We already talked about the
So
windmills.
in the main event here, I was really, I really liked how they sort of paralleled this to the Hangman Chris Jericho match from All Out all those years
Yes,
ago.
I noticed that.
You're not ready.
The pattern on the side of Hangman's pants is the same pattern that he had on his knee pads during the Jericho match.
Ooh, that's a nice touch.
And of course,
Hangman
this
a-
time, Hangman's the Jericho, and Fletcher is the Hangman. So I thought that was really cool. And then, of course, seeing the way Hangman walked out of this match versus the way he walked out of last year's All Out.
Yeah.
That was cool, too.
Yeah. I gotta say,
Hangman
thing
is
about
one of the
this
best
match-
wrestlers on the planet.
I thought the neck stuff in this match was phenomenal. It was one of those really gritty, nasty matches that it was like a little bit of a slow burn. But I thought by the end where both of their necks they're selling them so well. It was one of those matches where every time they would strike or do a move on that area, you wince a little. So I really appreciated that.
yeah, that was. It's amazing when you kind of like. When you kind of just like think about the amount of damage they both took. Like he took like 3 brain busters, kicked out of all of them, and this was like the main event style, and like this took place like it was the whole last hour of the pay-per-view, and like their match didn't start until like I think their match started at the same time.
It was 38
Lesnar's-
minutes.
Yeah.
It did not feel like 38 minutes at all.
It felt way faster because they
felt like 20.
kept me engaged the whole time.
Yeah,
It ruled.
And loved the hidden blade, the trigger,
Yes.
and big pressure. That was very fun.
There's-
and then
There's also a moment where Kyle is trying to get Hangman up to do the Stormbreaker, and Don Callis says, oh, he's going for the Tiger Driver, because the Tiger Driver was such a huge thing in Kyle turning on Will. But for Kyle to specifically have him go all the way up to do the Stormbreaker, and he doesn't get it, he doesn't do it. He
Yeah.
would have
I
done
will
it if he
say-
did the Tiger Driver.
That was kind of my nitpick with the match, to be honest. Like I had no problem with Hangman doing the V trigger and the one-winged angel because it makes sense. Like they attacked Kenny, that was the setup for this match.
Yeah.
But I do find like doing your rivals finishers like without because like there was an Ospreay G1 final a few years ago where he was doing the finishers like of Omega and Styles and Devitt, like all the guys. Basically, like guys who had beaten Okada. I can't remember who did that.
It was
like,
against Okada, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
it
a
made
G1.
sense in that match because the idea was like, oh, all these guys have beaten Okada. In this match, I didn't think like the Hidden Blade or the big pressure were necessary because like it just felt like doing rivals moves just to do them. Like I felt a tad self-indulgent to me versus like there being
Masturbatory self-indulgency.
It's
Masturbatory.
It's a replay of the Double or Nothing one where they did it, but it actually mattered in Double or Nothing because Hangman is still thinking about like Swerve, but it doesn't really make sense here. Is my opinion.
what I would have
Yeah.
changed is I would have had get rid of the big pressure and then instead, now hear me out here, have Kyle Fletcher do the Exalted One Lariat
Or the Angels.
because he's the
wings.
TNT champion.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
To
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
like something like that. But I'm fine with the Hidden Blade. The Exalted One, yeah, that area would be great too. It's just I don't really like the Swerve one. That was like the thing I had a problem with.
With Kyle
I-
Fletcher going forward, he talks about wanting to be the greatest TNT champion of all time, and I think most people would say that's either Cody or Brody Lee, may he rest in peace. And so setting up this sort of narrative that Kyle is chasing Brody, I think would be a really cool thing.
I mean,
personally, the best TNT champion is Miro.
Oh, okay.
yeah, he was pretty good.
The Redeemer run was great, I will
I
say.
honest-
That was
I-
a great title run.
I honestly do think like if Kyle
Should
had
have dropped it
busted
to
out,
Eddie.
if Kyle busted out the Crossroads because he sort of retired Dustin, that would have been pretty cool, honestly. Like him doing the
like,
Crossroads.
I guess for me is like Kyle hates Osprey and Hangman hates Swerve. Like, so why are you doing their moves, right? Now, if it were like if Hangman is wrestling Swerve or Kyle's wrestling Will, then yeah, it makes sense. It's like
Yeah, this is an FU.
Kill shot.
yeah, but like
lariat.
in this match, it's like why are you doing the finishers of people you hate?
The kill
I
shot
know-
lariat
I
popped
I
me
know
so
the
bad.
thing. You see the thing, you know it. You know the thing.
in defense of these guys stealing the finishers of their rivals to do them on each other, I think it's fun that those rivalries will never leave those guys. Kyle is never going to get over
100%.
Osprey, and Hangman, I think, might never like fully get over Swerve in his entirety. I
Yeah.
think that's cool.
And to your point,
That's the toxic boyfriend.
even though Swerve and Osprey are gone for now, hopefully Swerve won't be too long. I do see the value of keeping those flames alive.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I actually think there's a chance that Swerve is the next AEW Men's World Champion.
Oh my god. That'll rule.
I mean, he did shake hands with MVP.
Oh,
I-
that a
so
thing-
don't,
is that a thing
don't
they're
put
doing?
the Hurt Syndicate near the world title. I literally unfollowed someone on social media because they suggested Bobby Lashley should be AEW Men's World Champion.
No.
Oh,
No, no, wait, what's wrong with that? Like, Lashley will make
He
world
sucks.
champion.
He
He
sucks.
just he does not suck.
Bobby
Bobby
Lashley
Lash-
was.
he-
Oh my god, he's terrible.
He's a fine power wrestler, okay?
I mean,
he
I
doesn't
did like
really
that.
work like for a wrestler though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I did.
He was
I-
great. He was a great champion in TNA. Like, no, he was like the best part of
I did
WWE during the pandemic era when all of that shit was
Always
garbage.
if and was, but never is.
I did like that Toa Leona match. That was a fun match. He bumped his ass off for Toa in that match.
Toa Leona
But-
carry job.
Hey,
Now,
you know,
and also the matches he had with Braun Strowman was great too.
yeah, you know.
Now you're talking
I-
Fed stuff. I don't watch the Fed.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's this thing I feel about the world title matches in AEW. There's always sometimes there's a feeling of this is going to be an epic, and they're trying to build this match as an epic within the 2 weeks. I know like people like kind of like give them a break because it was such a great match, right? But the build towards the match kind of like hampered my enjoyment of it a little bit because it was just in 2 weeks, and all of a sudden Kyle is this big threat to Hangman Adam Page, and I felt like it could have been built better. They had so much time to build this match.
So
and
allegedly, it was going to be Wardlow, and because he got injured, they switched to Kyle.
Now Tony
I-
Khan vehemently denied that, but you
I
know,
think
he
that
could
was
be lying. Promoters lie.
the Josh Alexander match was going to be
Yeah,
Wardlow
that was gonna
instead.
be the Wardlow match.
And I'm glad
Yeah.
it was Josh.
that was a good match.
I think Tony's being full of shit when he said that Kyle was always the plan.
Honestly,
Yeah,
this is-
I'm inclined to agree.
it felt like a last minute adjustment.
There's one last
And-
thing.
Go ahead.
I feel like Jericho probably was going to be the match, and then
Oh,
resign or
terrorist.
something.
okay, yeah. I mean, this is definitely better than that. I will say my favorite thing about this match, this main event by far, was the fact that it was a men's world title match between two guys with no outside interference and a clean finish.
That was beautiful.
That's
Because I
something.
feel like we haven't had that in a little while.
No, it's
So
literally this year. It's literally the last time with Danielson and Jack Perry. That's literally the last time.
I mean, Mox versus Danielson also didn't have.
Danielson, Jack Perry had the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Mox
Yeah.
versus Bryan didn't have any interference. It had the interference post match.
No, it did.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
had
no,
a
no.
question.
Marina, I was there. Marina was like fucking shit up. Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
But
Never
yeah,
mind.
oh my god, it was so nice having just a straight up match with a clean finish and no interference. Oh, it felt so good. More of that,
One-
please.
Yeah, I do love.
No, yeah, just one final.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Keep going.
No, go ahead, man.
I just wanted to let just one final note about Bobby Lashley. I will guarantee you, if he ever won the world title, his run will be better than John Moxley's.
Yeah,
Oh,
It won't be.
Yeah.
Fighters
He will have better matches. He will have better promo.
better match.
Better promo.
Yes, better promo. Just because MVP's there with him. And I will guarantee he'll have better.
MVP is not a good promo in AEW.
I love his promo.
MVP's promos make me sad.
He has been awful on the mic
He's
in
a
AEW.
he's a good talker, but the material itself just kind of makes me sad.
You're supposed to elevate the people
Yeah.
you're talking about, and he does not do that at all.
Like
I
compare
remember
him
what he
to
did to
Don
Brian
Callis,
Keith. Oh
right?
my god.
Like, because Don Callis, he's still like a slimy heel, but when he's on commentary, he's not burying the opponent.
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Hey, I got to admit that was a really good move," or "This guy's really skilled," or whatever.
I
I
gotta
would take that over the rambling nonsense that John Moxley likes to do in his promos. Like, is he like he just loses the fucking plot whenever he speaks? It's like, what are
Honestly-
you even on about anymore?
Yeah, that this
At that
last
point, I will give you this. Mox needs to turn face soon.
yeah, it doesn't make
As
sense.
soon as he finally
Um,
puts over Darby, it's time for him to turn face.
I do see this as this is a long-term story for Don Callis. Have you guys watched the vaunted animation TV show called Pokemon? So, like in Pokemon, well, okay, so people don't want to admit that they watch Pokemon. So in Pokemon, like there was this whole thing on Saturday, like he went to his first championship league, right? And he doesn't win the title in that first league. And he looks disappointed. And like Don Callis says, like the first time I faced Hangman, I lost because I had a weak champion for me. And then this is the second time Don Callis went heads up with Hangman Page for the world title, and he lost again. I just think Don Callis has to find the right Pokemon in order to beat Hangman Page. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
And to that note, who do you think is the next challenger for Hangman?
Incineroar.
Ricochet. That's my guess.
That was my guess.
Oh, okay.
Ricochet.
TV, Mark Briscoe.
They
should
will
be-
definitely
yes.
do a Mark Briscoe Hangman TV challenge.
I
would
think it'd be
rather-
Briscoe because if you remember before the MJF stuff, Hangman was like, "Oh, I want to face Briscoe."
Yeah.
So,
Although Briscoe's also
and
been
Briscoe-
linked with Fletcher and the TNT.
I
So-
think Briscoe during TNT, Briscoe and TNT match will be a full gear match. I hope so, anyway.
Actually, in fact, I think there's a chance that Briscoe's the one who beats Kyle.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. And then Kyle can still up.
And then MJF can
Yeah,
cash his
Kyle, I don't
contract
think
on.
Kyle needs to have a particularly long TNT title reign. He should just have some matches and then lose to a popular face, either like a Briscoe or a hologram, someone like that.
Yeah, then MJF can cash in his contract for the
I heard you
TNT
say
belt.
cash in.
Yeah, I know you have to
No,
wait a week to
they're
cash
not
it in.
cash-ins. They're contract executions.
Okay,
Speaking of
executions.
Watch your back, because Kyle Fletcher is coming for your spot, brother. It is over. It is
I mean,
over.
he already took it, so it's fine.
Boy, that Mystico match that MJF had, though, ooh, oh my god, that match was so good. The
Yeah, it
CMLL Anniversario match.
It
I think
was.
he's got to go back to the drawing board for his AEW stuff, though.
Well, he's gonna go on his honeymoon, and he will
Yeah.
probably be away for a little while, and then at
And
some
hopefully-
point when it's unclear who the next title challenger for Hangman's going to be at the pay-per-view, and we're getting close,
Yeah.
and we're like, who is it? Then MJF is gonna come out of nowhere, jump him, execute the title, and that's gonna be, or execute the shot, and then that's gonna be the next title match.
I think it should either be full gear or world game, depending.
Okay, well,
It's also depending on how fast it comes back, but that'll be my last word on it.
yeah.
Who comes back?
Swerve.
Oh yeah.
Swerve. Oh man, Swerve. Skirt.
So I want to know when is Brody King getting his world title push?
Oh, he's gonna turn on Bandito
Brody
soon and get the
King.
ROH title.
Like,
Oh, that reminds me. Bandito is another world champion that Don Callis has been very persistent about trying to unseat. So
Yeah, he wants
I
a
mean,
world
he
title.
sent Takeshita after him. He sent Hechicero after him. But yeah, I think at some point, I would expect there to be another Don Callis family member challenging Hangman. I don't think it'll be the next one. I feel like Ricochet makes a lot of sense. I think. Other than that, I don't know.
I mean, Takeshita won G1, so I think you should probably be focused more on New Japan and challenging for that title.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I know he's probably.
I definitely.
What is it, early October, he's going to be challenging.
Yeah.
Early mid-October, yeah.
KOPW, that's the show he's challenging on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh damn, he's not
Yeah.
getting the Tokyo Dome.
He
I
wants
mean,
to
if
walk
he
into Tokyo
loses,
Dome the champ.
He won't challenge at the Tokyo Dome, but I suspect he's going to beat CSJ. Just because.
You mean
what's
he'll
the
beat
point?
Ren Narita?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm
My
thinking
mistake.
the main
Oh,
event is going to be
goodness.
Ren
I
Narita
could have forgotten
versus.
about Ren Narita.
It's going to be Ren Narita versus Good. I believe it.
Shota Umino in the Tokyo Dome.
Egg Boy is not going
Shota
there.
versus Umino in the Dome. Shota Umino wins the big one in the Tokyo Dome main event, and the crowd goes mild.
Is that your Chris Charlton impression?
Oh man,
Who is that?
the really
The
skinny
Eagles
looking guy.
commentator.
Oh.
The small one, not the big one.
Shower.
So I do believe that the main event for Tokyo Dome might be Okada versus Takeshita, because I'm a big dreamer.
But wouldn't that be the after show?
Uh,
Not Kingdom itself. It would be the
Who
second
knows?
day show.
I don't
talking
know.
about New Year's Dash. Oh,
Are they
The new
doing-
beginning.
Are they doing Dynasty this
No
year?
clue.
No.
Yeah, I don't think they are, because if you remember, Dynasty was announced at last year's Forbidden Door, and there hasn't been a peep about it, so I
yeah.
suspect they're not
Yeah.
doing it again.
Yeah, I mean, like AEW didn't
So
do
yeah, I
anything
guess
to
not.
help with that
but,
show.
I feel like
So-
that would. If they were doing that, that's the show to run Takeshita Okada on. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd be
don't-
very surprised if it's Takeshita Okada. That doesn't really make sense.
I think the better guess for the Tokyo Dome main event is Takeshita Goto.
Ooh.
Hey, yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta get
probably.
that. The guy
I
who
mean,
got
that
his
would
role
rock.
in.
I'm into it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, and it's a revenge match from the G1. a
Or
couple
just
years
run the
back.
match you know is going to be good. And selfishly,
Goto's a draw.
I want to see Tokyo Dome main event Tomohiro Ishii, so they could run Takeshita Ishii. But I know they're not going to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Always
Ishii
call
is-
back,
It's not main eventing.
Ishii
Yeah, I don't
is
wanna
not
see it.
they can
popular
always
in
call back
Japan.
the strongest arm, Satoshi Kojima. He's had to
I
save
don't know.
Wrestle Kingdoms before.
I don't know. It's like Ishii has the same match every time. I don't want to see it.
He does. He does.
It's kind of like
honestly.
Roosh, though. The same match is good.
It's a good match,
Yeah,
but
but
if you see
my
it,
He's doing the same
problem
match
with
as
that is-
old now.
Yeah, but it's like my problem with that is like he has that match no matter who he faces. It's like that's not fit for everybody. It's
Yeah,
like
he's-
I don't want to see him wrestle the same match against Zack Sabre Jr. that he does with Takashi or Goto or Suzuki or
The other
anybody else.
Tokyo Dome option is they could go Takeshita Tsuji.
no, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, they
and I
do
think-
need to pull the. They do.
Yeah,
need
in
to pull
that
the trigger
scenario,
on
though,
it.
in that scenario, Tsuji needs to win.
Yeah.
Is he injured? Or like sick or something?
Well, I don't know if he'd be ready by the
I
Dome,
know.
but
Yeah.
I guess they can always go with Gabe Kidd. He is the global.
oh,
No. Gabe Kidd is
years in the dojo.
John Moxley's young boy, Gabe Kidd.
A shooter is Moxie's young boy.
I mean,
Okay,
he
not-
can
not
have
Gabe-
multiple.
Hey, listen, Moxley is very much polygamous when it comes to young boys. He's got a bunch. He's got Wheeler Yuta. He's got Daniel Garcia. He's got Shota Umino. He's
Yeah.
got Gabe Kidd. I mean, that's
Hey.
4 young boys.
No,
That's a harem.
See, Gabe Kidd is more aligned with David Finley than he ever will be with Moxley.
Oh no.
Okay, He's Finley's boy, not
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think Finley has the Knockout Brothers, and we're talking New Japan now on this AEW All Out review. But you know, it's cool, man. I honestly, did you guys like the show? Did you guys go give it a thumbs up, thumbs down? How you guys do? Oh, would you guys give the show a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Oh.
I'd say thumbs up. Like, I don't think this was like one of the better AEW pay-per-views, but I thought it was very good.
I mean,
with some great matches.
It wasn't on the level of, like, I would say, for example, Double or Nothing this year, or All In, but I mean, it was still. It had the great matches that you expect when you think AEW pay-per-view, and then obviously it had some stinkers, but I think overall there were more good matches than bad matches, and you still got. I mean, you can always sort of count on an AEW pay-per-view to deliver you one.
Yeah. Hello? Oh. Hello? Hello, hello? Hello? Hello, hello?
And on that note,
Oh, wow. Okay. What happened?
Damn, you're not coming in for me.
Can anybody... Yeah, hey folks. I just want to say thank you to PontiffMJ, Bran Kavanaugh, Juan Moran, Angel, Persephone. I want to thank you guys for joining us on that show, for doing the reviews for Super Viernes 92 for WrestlePalooza, our show of the weekend, WrestlePalooza, and AEW All Out. I want to thank all you guys for helping me. But, we have to get to a finish because we had a little bit of technical difficulties, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. But, joining us for this last bit is Mr. 10-4-10, Tennessee, out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, all the way. How you doing, my man?
Doing good. How y'all good people doing?
Yeah, we good, man. I wanted to get your take on what you think about the shows for the weekend. Like, what was the show of the weekend for you?
I have to go all out. It was a good show, not great, but good.
Yeah, I feel like the build towards All Out was very lacking. There wasn't any one match that was hot going into it, honestly. I know a lot of people are big fans of the show, of AEW show, but like they literally did a 2-week build, which is a Tony Khan special for pay-per-views he doesn't really care about. And like it kind of felt like a last-minute show put together. But sometimes those lead to pretty much the best matches that you can get. And I enjoyed the show for what it was. It was a fun match show. And that was my opinion on it. Well, what about you, Grant? What did you think?
good show. Not the top tier of AEW pay-per-views. I mean, I thought there were plenty of great matches on this, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Not gonna be an all-timer, but I was not disappointed.
Yeah, How about you, my brother Hakeem? How you think?
Since I missed the show because it was my birthday that day and I went to a rent fair.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
like when I watched the when I watched the replay, like I just watched the matches I was the most interested in. So like of the matches I did watch, I did enjoy the show, like far better than WrestlePalooza. Like,
Hey.
wow, what an incredibly mess show that ended up being.
Yeah. I want to. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it was it was something. You would think like, cause you know how hard those guys tried with the Netflix debut, right? They did everything in their power to
Yeah.
make sure the Netflix debut was big, and they had all these things lined up for it. But for this, the ESPN debut on Disney, there was zero, nothing. No, nobody had anything for this show besides, oh, Brock Lesnar's gonna be there. AJ Lee has his first match in 10 years, whatever. That was the build of the show. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the show purely existed to counter program All Out. So
Yeah.
it's just, and from what we've seen when Dynamite went head to head with NXT, counter programming just doesn't work. It just leads to worse television.
Yeah, especially I think like the Brock Lesnar match went head to head with Hangman versus Fletcher. Like that was the thing. They started off like I think at the same time, like they were holding on to the entrances for that long. So I think that's pretty funny. That it's so weird that you think they would have the main event go with the first match on the show, because like why would someone who bought the AEW pay-per-view switch over to the WWE PLE if they can rewatch the PLE from the beginning? That don't make any sense to me.
Honestly, I think that's something that WWE always done with Lesnar. It's like if he's not the main event, he's the opening match. It's like it's one or the other for him.
Did you think Cody should have main evented though?
Actually, I think the main event should have been the mixed tag, as that was the most advertised. That was the match with the most build and the most advertisement going into the show.
Yeah, but
honestly, I don't even think the Cody match they should have saved the Cody match for the next pay-per-view, because that match had no build. It was pretty much just like Drew McIntyre figuring kayfabe injuring Cody so he can go film Street Fighter, and then Cody comes back like the week before the show. It's like you could just save this for the next pay-per-view. Like it didn't need to be on WrestlePalooza.
Could have. Man, can you guys believe they're making a third live-action Street Fighter movie? Like,
third time's the charm.
It's Legendary Pictures, so I'm at least hoping like it will be like dumb fun, like the Godzilla vs Kong movies.
Hopefully, because they got Goto in here. Goto was one of my goats, IWGP champion. I wonder how fat he got to play E Honda. I hope he got really big. That's what I'm hoping.
I don't think he's putting on weight to be Honda. I don't see it.
You think he's gonna wear a fat suit, or he's just gonna?
I don't think he's gonna do any physical changes. It's Honda. He's probably just gonna be a cameo role at best.
I hope he wears the Honda makeup at Wrestle Kingdom. That'd be dope.
That would be dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I wonder if Cody's gonna do that Guile hair.
Hey, I'm surprised. He's such a weird choice to play Guile for me, honestly, because Guile. I mean, I guess it's the whole it's American Nightmare. He loves America and stuff, but I never imagined Guile having a lisp. Sonic Boom. That's gonna be.
Cody exemplifies Americana, and that's Guile. Maybe they're even working at the neck tattoo in there.
Maybe. I mean, if I would have had Cody play anybody from Street Fighter, I mean, there's Cody right there.
Yeah, Cody has. Yeah, I think Cody would make for a better Cody.
Cody looks like Cody,
Yeah, that's
like
the thing.
the blonde and everything.
And
he'll be a perfect like Street Fighter V Cody too.
yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
also know that Street Fighter V Cody was played by Kenny Omega.
That always baffled me because I'm like, I mean, listen, Kenny, bigger star, better wrestler, but also, Cody, like I said, Cody looks like Cody. So.
Yeah, Cody looks like Cody. I mean, based on those, like, I used to watch those up, down, downs. He did used to play Street Fighter, but I think the guy who bodied everybody in Street Fighter was like Miro and like Jey Uso. Jey Uso also happens to be pretty good at Tekken, but that's good in the WWE.
Well,
too.
at
I
least
don't know
he's
how
good
they
at
are.
something.
Yo, what you got against my boy Jey Uso?
The main event. I mean, one word, four letters. I like the guy. He's funny to me.
Okay. The guy can only do 2 moves, but like I love the guy.
Yeah. I wanted to bring Tennessee over here because he's actually a TNA. He was a big TNA fan back in the day. So how's it feel, Tennessee, to see TNA actually invade NXT and become part of that? Like now they're fully in WWE, in the lore. How does that feel, man?
So it's really television.
What's that?
I saw them just when they got the credits. That was riveting. I saw it right when they popped on the credits at the screen time. It was riveting.
Riveting. Because like part of me feels like with the death of like when Ring of Honor died, I felt like that was like the real third promotion in America, and like losing Ring of Honor for me like kind of like was the end of having that third brand, that third real brand, because for me TNA kind of died off like post Lashley, right? That weird run they had where they had nobody, and then in 2020 they were pretty okay, but like now they're like basically part of WWE, kind of like how Triple A is part of WWE, and that's kind of weird for me too because I grew up loving Triple A as a kid. That was the thing that came on Galavision. That's how I knew about like La Parkas, Psychosis, Juventud was watching Triple A, and like seeing that become part of WWE is kind of like, I mean, it's sort of like kind of how I felt when Fox lost the license to X-Men and Deadpool, and so like Deadpool was doing their own thing and it was pretty cool and fun, but now they're fully ingrained in Disney, and I don't think they're gonna make those kind of movies like that anymore. Because I don't ever see Disney making a movie like Logan, and I don't think like WWE is ever gonna let AAA be its own thing for real. But I also gotta say like AAA under WWE has been pretty good, which is kind of weird for me to say. I hate that they've been bought, but I also like the show a little bit more because there's a little bit more focus and they still use the
when
talent
the
that I
bar's
like.
in the dirt.
Yeah, but again, I know we were talking in the chat about having so many people on the show at one time. Maybe I won't do that so often, but I want to thank you guys for coming onto my show, and you guys get to be a part of this like little bonus part. Yeah, man, I am happy to have all of you come on. I'm happy to have my worlds match kind of clash because Hawk is from like my world of Shoryuken, big in the fighting game scene, and he's also like one of the guys that I've been talking wrestling with for the last, what would you say, like about like maybe 15 years about this shit. But yeah, so I'm glad to like have you guys meet my other peoples from like the wrestling part. So like I'm happy to have this conglomeration and be like, I'm over here like Mark Briscoe conglomerating on all y'all. So
I had a blast chatting with everyone, getting to talk to you all for the first time. So good.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to do this again. I'm gonna let Tennessee do something because I'm gonna let you Tennessee do your thing and say like what you want to say because you joined us in a little bit, but you weren't like in here for the full time. So if there's something you want to say, go ahead and say it.
All I'm gonna say is just strap in for these counter programming shows. But it's not gonna. First, we're gonna keep getting them every month, and every month, and it's gonna be tiring.
Oh God, yeah. We're gonna get so many. We're gonna get so many shows that are gonna be counter programmed, like you said, Hawk. We're gonna see more counter programming as we go on from ESPN because they showed like, okay, yeah, we'll give you the show when you want to get your show on. So I'm guessing like when they announce the date for Full Gear, we're gonna get a WWE show for Full Gear. We're gonna get a WWE or whatever show to go head to head with World's End. It's gonna be like that, and it's gonna be like that's gonna be the narrative for the next thing. Is like, can WWE beat AEW in pay-per-views? And I'm just
honestly,
like,
I expect the counter programming to be at its worst next year. You know, since Tony Khan did say that he wants AEW to fill in the WrestleCon void when WrestleMania goes to Saudi.
yeah.
And you know, and for that to really work, pretty much Tony Khan will have to announce his event at least a year in advance.
Yeah.
You know, so all the indies can have their shows lined up like for the weekend.
Yeah, because I mean, they already got their shows lined up for New Orleans, so like, I think he could honestly have a big New Orleans show to like cover like what WrestleMania would have been next year, and like that's a chance for him to like do a make good for a city and start to build like a territory like that he's reliable to bring a show there, although he hasn't really done well in New Orleans. But I think that could be something to.
Well, AEW has done very well in Texas, so they can always they can always hold whatever like big event that they planned that spring, in Texas in 2027.
Yeah, hey yo, Astrodome.
Or do it in Jerry World.
Do a Jerry World.
Who knows? Maybe they can try to build a market for New Orleans to have it there. Just as a good middle finger for the WWE since they shafted New Orleans for next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. If they have like one of those, say like they have a Grand Slam New Orleans the same week as WrestleMania weekend, fuck them. Like that's the point I'm seeing. Like in this wrestling war that we're gonna see, it's gonna be like we're gonna be oversaturated with a bunch of shows. Because I think now they announced that they're gonna bring back Battle for the Belts, like 3-hour Dynamite specials. So
Dude,
whatever.
I hated Battle for the Belts. Like they did not give a fuck about those shows.
Yeah, but hopefully they do this time.
Like, it's like they treated those shows worse than Rampage.
Yeah, they did.
And those will be like Clash of Championship shows.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
Clash of Champions was what? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, like Clash. Yeah, like Battle for the Belts was supposed to be Clash of Champions, but it never ended up that way.
Yeah, Clash used to be one of those shows that I look forward to. They used to like have at least one big match, a couple title matches, and like it was like you get like what was the thing I watched, like you get like Sting versus or Rick Rude versus Ric Flair on a Clash of the Champions, like you get that, but like for Battle of the Belts you get like Ring of Honor pure title matches as the belt match, and I'm just like, what is this?
Dude, fucking Hook defended his like non-title on in those shows so many times.
Yeah, the FTW belt.
The FTW belt. Like nobody uses that's not a real belt. Like, fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. But once again, I want to say thank you for everyone that showed up on the show. Thank you for the three guys that I have here closing out the show with me. And I got one last question for you guys. Because I love to close out on questions. One last question is, if you were going to, what is going to be on your churro? Pause. Not in that way, but like if you're gonna get a churro, what'd you put on your churro?
I think I'd get some ice cream on it. That sounds good.
I don't put anything on my churro. Like I just eat it plain.
Oh yeah.
We got to douse it with some chocolate.
Chocolate churro. Yeah, I like my classic churros with the cinnamon sugar. But like I'll hear like I went to Disneyland like a couple of months ago. We had like the Dole Whip. It's like a pineapple ice cream, and like I had like
Yeah.
it was like a lemon churro thing that you dip into the pineapple ice cream, and that was tremendous. So again, I want to say thank you to you three for being here and closing the show with me, so that we could have a real main event. The main event of main events, and yeah, hopefully we can do this again, and you'll see us for another review of a big show weekend. Apparently, that's what we've been doing lately. So, like Tennessee is, strap in. There's probably going to be a lot of wrestling heading towards us, whether we want it or not. And yeah, thank you for listening, and thank you guys for coming on.
Don't get it.